sealed tight. MAGA, we're gonna make America great again. 16, I came down to escalate total outside a tremendous vision. They called me a clown, said zero chance. What a bunch of losers. But I flipped Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, the whole blue wall. Big lead, beat crooked Hillary 304 to 227. Biggest upset ever, folks. 77 million votes, they're still crying in denial. Fake news. I told them we're gonna win so much, you're gonna get tired of winning. Tired of winning. That's what I said on the trail. Believe me, now the haters are begging. Please, Mr. President, please. It's too much winning, we can't take it. 17, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The crowd was huge, unbelievable. Witch hunt was raging, but we still refuse to lose. Total witch hunt. I grabbed that microphone, looked them right in the eye. The people on YouTube. Is this my right hand? Because it looks like I am flipped. Is this my right hand? Does it look like my right hand? Are we good? I think the camera is flipped. I don't know why, because everything else looks okay. Okay, so this is my right hand. Right side right. I look good. I look okay. Mr. Movie Plane T4399. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure because 2024 I rose like a lion from the flames. The greatest comeback swept every swing. I don't know. Maybe Nikawa Yashika. I look like I'm free. Only one other guy and we did it better. Is that how it normally looks? There's a way to check. One moment. Nobody's ever seen this. Double the agents, mass deportations like you never seen. Tremendous. Hundreds of thousands out. Millions more self-deporting. It's beautiful. Okay. I think it, I don't know why, bro. But it looks good. No. This is my right hand. Mr. G. Waranik. My right hand. This one. The watch is on the left. Okay. I guess we are. They bet against Trump. I turned it into flame. Total winners. All we do is win. That's a Trump song. They threw it all in vain. Because all I do is win. All I do is win. Win. Do it one more time. Why is it listening to it? The United States. Yo, folks, listen up. They said I couldn't do it. The music is coming out good. Zach, Tropi, let's go to work. Let's do it. Year by year, win by win. Tremendous. For the few of you, thank you so much for them pesos. They hit different. I have to admit, they do hit different. What do I need? Oh, I need to charge this phone. Biggest comeback in history. Believe me when I tell you, it's big league. It's win. We're gonna make America great again. Yay! Came down that escalator, total outside a tremendous vision. They called me a clown, said zero chance. What a bunch of losers. But I flipped Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, the whole blue wall. Big lead, beat crooked Hillary 304 to 227. Biggest upset ever, folks. 77 million votes, they're still crying in denial. Fake news. I told them we're gonna win so much, you're gonna get tired of winning. Tired of winning. That's what I said on the trail. Believe me, now the haters are begging. Please, Mr. President. That's enough winning. We can't take it. 17, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The crowd was huge, unbelievable. Witch hunt was raging, but we still refuse to lose. Total witch hunt. I grabbed that microphone, looked them right in the eye, said they have a phony witch hunt. But you know what? All we do is win. Tax cuts and jobs that corporate from 35 down to 21. Beautiful, best economy ever. Job for everybody. It was huge. Done deal. Three Supreme Court justices, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, Barrett, incredible picks. Conservative majority, the left is still in a panic. They couldn't believe it. Unemployment down to 3.5%, record low. Nobody's ever seen that. Believe me. Black unemployment the lowest in history. They love me, tremendous. First to act, criminal justice reform, big bipartisan win. Abraham Accords, Israel and Arab nations, peace like never before, folks. Nobody's ever done it. They hit me with 2 impeachments, lawfare, January 6th, total witch hunt. Fake news trying to destroy me, but the people said, not so fast, kid. 2024, I rose like a lion from the flames. The greatest comeback, swept every swing state, won the popular vote. They know my name, Big League. 312 to 226, 77 million strong again. Unbelievable, non-consecutive president. Only one other guy, and we did it better. Back in the White House, day one, border slam shot the best border ever. Illegal crossing down over 90%. Numbers in the gutter. Nobody's ever seen this. ICE double the agents, mass deportations like you've never seen. Tremendous. Hundreds of thousands out. Millions more self-deporting. It's beautiful. One big beautiful bill signed on July 4th with pride. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on social security nationwide. Huge energy production, 13.6 million barrels a day. Record high, we're dominating. America's winning again. We're bringing it all back. No lie, the greatest.
Woo! Watu wa TikTok mko? Watu wa TikTok, I am Mayata. Habari yako Mayata. Can you hear the music? Wairimo Liz. Who is that one? Which one is Wairimo Liz? Do I know you, Wairimo? Do we have a baby together?
And God bless the United States of America.
Yeah, where did that come from? And right on cue, she said, yes, we have 2 of those. You are a good sport, Wairimo. You are a good sport. What the hell? Who are you, Wairimo?
Win by win.
Hey. Who is this girl? Wairimo, you got me. I was not ready. With the vision, they laugh, call me. Who are these people? Oh, come on, Wairimo. You got me, Wairimo. You got me. Yeah. Somebody is asking where they can give their story. This is Maurice Gugi. At the top of the profile, there are 2 phone numbers. One of them is M-Pesa, wachana hiyo, unless you're sending me money. The other one is +1 512 738 6400. Text me on that one. It comes on this phone that is right here. Then we can plan a conversation. We are actually going live. Well, we are already live on YouTube. I'm going to have a very nice gentleman. We are going to catch up on the story of a guy who offed himself because of a side chick. My friend here is a personal friend to that guy that himself. But before we do that, what to TikTok? I want to introduce you to Bruno Mac. These shoes are off the chain. These shoes are something else. I have shoes that cost $3,000. I have shoes that cost $15,000. I mean, $3,000, $1,500, $1,200. You name them. This one here, I think it's made by Aegis. This sole, when you put them on your feet, this sole is bouncing off the ground. That softness there. This is unbelievably comfy. There's a very little nice threading. I love thread work on shoes. I have shoes by the guy with the name Christian on it, and I love them because of the thread. Look at these threads. Look at this little threading here. Look at the double threading everywhere. Those double threading. That is the stuff I love about threading on shoes, the double threading. Look at the little holes there to make sure that it is breathable. And talking about breathability, look at the inside of this thing. Are we together? Bruno Mac, get yourself a pair to pair with your pair. Link below. This one came in size 46 for me. America size 46, I believe. Yes, 46 is, yes, size 46 is 12 in the US, and 46 in Europe, 11 in the UK, and 300 in Japan. One moment, I have a message from my customer. Get yourself a pair. Thank me now, plus for the entire life of this shoe. Let me check that message first. Must be important. We are shifting something later in the afternoon. 3:45, got it. All right, let's go to the schedule. I don't know if I'm losing you to TikTok, but I have to do this. 3:45. 3:45. Scheduled, confirmed, updated, queued on the reminder. There we go. All right, we're in business. We're making money. All right. Let's move to YouTube so that we can enjoy the conversation that I'm about to have with my very good friend, a super lawyer from out of this world. Wairimo, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate your humor. You are one good sport. Who else do we have here? Abdullah wears size 44, and he says he loves it. Collins Mwangi. Malembo amekataa kuokoka. Wairimu, you are a good sport. Where can I share a story? Now the number is there. +15127386400. And we are now shifting to the other side. Thank you so much. I am Mayaka. Thank you for the compliment. Let's go to YouTube in 3, 2, 1. Asanteni sana. All right, my people, I'm here. Let me turn off the music. Allah! Allah! The music did not go off. Oh my gosh. Music did not go off, and it's been singing other people's music. Travesty. Travesty. They're going to start demanding that they get a cut of my dinero.
Young man asked me, why you do this, man?
Wait. Hey, mister. Do you want me to play that song? I was about to, without asking you. Let me know. Text me on the small line, the 6400 line. Text me there. Tell me if you want me to play that song. All right, let's Listen to this one. Do we have? There's something here I wanted you to. When I was preparing for this conversation, I went through so many of my songs and I found some very good songs. I have been waiting for the longest time to combine the songs and put them in an album. I am walking away from that decision. I am going to post singles for now. I'm just going to post all those songs as singles so that people can have more varieties of the different things of the things that are posted there. And then probably in the future, we can combine other stuff as we grow into albums. But for now, I think I'm just going to post singles. And one of those singles is this one, Out of This World.
Listen close, young man. My name is ASKiQ Watson, and here's a blueprint to a peaceful life devoid of regrets and heartache. There are two women in this world. The woman who wants to be a wife, and the woman who is looking for a husband. They are not the same woman. Never confuse them. The one looking for a husband, her eyes scanned for the wallet first. Security, money, the lifestyle upgrade she's been dreaming of since the mirror told her she deserves more. Her question is crystal clear, carved in her every move. What can this man give me? She arrives at the table hungry, not to cook but to feast. Provide a radar on full blast. She measures your worth in commas and square footage. And when the shine fades, when the well runs dry, she's already scrolling for the next fountain. But the woman who truly wants to be a wife, she walks indifferent. She doesn't ask what you can hand her. She asks what she can build with you. Loyalty, peace in the storm, support that holds you up when the world tries to break your back. Her question echoes in her actions. How do we turn this into something unbreakable? How do we stack bricks together and call it legacy? One hunts for a throne to sit on. The other brings the mortar to help you build the kingdom. Big damn difference. Too many chase the wedding, the dress, the ring, the filtered photos, the likes, the illusion of elevation. Very few grasp what wife actually demands. It's not a crown, it's a covenant. It's responsibility in the quiet moments. Loyalty when temptation knocks. Protecting the bond like it's sacred ground. That's why the sharpest men don't rush. We watch in the beginning when masks are thin and motives leak. We observe. Does she pour in, or does she only sip? Does she add fuel to your fire, or wait for you to keep hers burning alone? Because one woman steps beside you to conquer life together. The other steps in front of you to take what she can, until you're no longer useful, brother. If you don't understand female nature, it will ruin you. If you can't read the signs, you can't lead. And if you can't lead, you become a passenger in her chaos, waiting for the day she decides the ride is over, and leaves you with the bill. Alimony, heartbreak, wasted prime years, kids who call another man daddy. Ignorance of this truth, it's a death sentence for your legacy. You've got two paths. Learn the laws of feminine nature now. Study behavior, not words. That ruthlessly let decisively guard your frame like your life depends on it. Or pay the tuition later. In courtrooms, empty beds, and nights wondering where it all went wrong. The choice is yours, but choose wisely. Because the woman who wants to be your wife, she's rare. She's worth the wait. She's the one who builds empires beside you. The one looking for a husband. She's everywhere, and she'll cost you everything if you let her in unprepared. Rise up! See clearly. Let's go! Your future empire depends on it. Don't wait until it's too late. Wake up now.
Now you know why the feminists have been guilt-tripping men when men come together to talk. There is nowhere else this information has been shared. They know if they can suppress men from these conversations, then those conversations are not happening in churches. Those conversations are not happening in family settings. those conversations are not happening in social gatherings, that conversation dies. If they succeed in killing this, we go back to yesterday, to the boy without a father. Now that becomes the norm. A woman cannot help but destroy a man. It's not something she chooses or picks. When there is a vacuum where she's not being led, she destroys.
Servant or sovereign? She says a good man provides, protects, pays the bills, plans the life, listens to the... Be patient when I'm chaos, support my dreams while yours wait in the corner. She lists his duties like a...
One moment. I just made this one. It's an offshoot of is a weak man, is a married man a weak man? Because responsibilities without authority is servitude, it's slavery. So I coined it differently, not for the married man, but for you before you get there. So I reshaped it. I sharpened the message. I made it hurt a little bit more. A better sting.
Servant or sovereign? She says a good man provides, protects, pays the bills, plans the life, listens to the... Be patient when I'm chaos, support my dreams while yours wait in the corner. She lists his duties like a contract signed in his blood, but never asks, what do you bring when the lights go low? What do you pour back into the well? Expectations without reciprocity don't birth love. They birth entitlement dressed in heels. Standards ain't the villain. But when the only question is, what do you owe me? And silence follows, what do I owe us? You're not building a kingdom. You're hiring a servant with a ring. A man with no boundaries ain't good, he's convenient. He's the doormat she wipes her moods on, tolerates every red flag, every you should just handle it. Every late night test disguised as vulnerability. Call that softness if you want, I call it erasure. A king without borders is just a slave with better light, and real companionship is exchange. Not a ledger but a current, giving and receiving in equal measure. He brings provision, protection, presence, peace he fought for. She brings respect like oxygen, desire that don't need prompting, loyalty that don't flinch when the world does, warmth that makes a house a home instead of a hotel. Without that current, the river dries. He provides everything she offers. Appreciation on her terms, that ain't romance. That's extraction with candles. The right woman don't describe a tool, she describes a man. His spine, his discipline is laughed in the dark. The way he leads without apology and stands when others fold. She wants to build beside him, not live on top of him. She sees his character and says, I'll match it. Not now, perform. Listen, brother, if you keep pouring without standards, you won't be loved. You'll be used and discarded when the utility expires. So hold the frame, speak your needs without shame. Respect, peace, loyalty, hunger, appreciation. A woman who truly wants the good man won't flinch when you demand the full circle. She'll rise to meet it because the throne was never meant for one. It was built for two.
Oh, man.
Back to back, guarding the same fire. Anything less is just service with better marketing. It was appreciation of what I'll perform.
You will never know. 5 minutes before I made whatever this thing is, I was on Twitter, and there is this popular guy called D.Lght or Jaleka, and he had shared an old video of Kibe, like from 2017. You can look it up. And in that video, Kibe is saying, if she can casually ask you for money without ever thinking, and you send her the money, then you should be able to casually ask her to come over for Senye. That's where that little verse came from. Listen to it one more time.
If you keep pouring without standards, you won't be loved. You'll be used and discarded when the utility expires. So hold the frame, speak your needs without shame. Respect, peace, loyalty, hunger, appreciation. A woman who truly wants the good man won't flinch when you demand the full circle. She'll rise to meet it because the throne was never meant for one. It was built for two.
There you go.
Back to back, guarding the same fire. Anything less is just service with better marketing.
Anything less.
The same fire. Anything less is just service with better marketing.
Anything less is just service with better marketing. My original thought was, I'm looking for my original thought. I'll tell you what my original thought was in 1 minute. Right here. If you keep giving without standards, you won't be loved. You will be used. Anything less is service with better marketing. Why are we here, gentlemen? Why are we here? All right, Mr. Call me, because your phone call is stuck in the group call. Let me see if I can fix that. All right, probably I can. And I need to be off. 1 moment. Let me get off the... 1 moment. I need to do something here. Can you hear me now? Not yet. Now, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. We are home. We are here.
Man, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, bro.
For you, you've been traveling?
No, not for me. I mean, for anyone who's following the message. No.
Oh, bro.
Bro,
You know,
do you want to
people kept sending me the links to that story over and over and over and over, including a very good guy here, Kibe's friend. I can't remember what his name is. Let me acknowledge him because he sent me a lot of good stuff. 1 moment. His name is Simon. I have saved him as Simon, Kibe's friend. He was the first one to send me that story.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw different versions of it on X. I actually retweeted one of the X story with a confirmation of something I had already said several months ago. But give us the story from the beginning. We were here yesterday, and you said, what is the name of the guy who offed himself?
Yeah, so his name is called Nick.
Nick.
Well, yeah, I actually knew him from the circles. He's not a guy that we weren't friends, you know, in that regard.
Yeah.
I just knew him from these, tech circles. And I knew at a certain point he was like a CEO of a Jumi equivalent in Nigeria, a company called Conquer. And then he was hired, on account of his great managerial skills. He came here to work for a company called D.Lght. I think he does something to do with solar and lighting. All right. So the funny part is the day before he died, his Nigerian lawyer had actually called me, and he asked me, what do you do if someone breaches your NDA in Kenya under Kenyan law? Now, I didn't know at the time that the NDA in question was actually what killed this guy.
Where?
I didn't know that.
So he was inquiring so that they can follow up on the woman. I'm getting ahead of the story, but is that the context?
Yeah, I actually think, to make this episode interesting, I don't know about YouTube copyright laws, etc., but this story has everything literally that you speak about women, from the shame language, from who's in your circles, from blackmail, from weakness of a married man. Literally it's the whole package. But just to mention, one thing you'll note from that documentary is that this guy never confided in any male advice. For instance, both two of his friends were women. The lawyer he was using in Kenya was a woman, and a very, very naive lawyer, because the context of this issue was supposed to be an extortion matter. But how they came about signing off an NDA, and that NDA being breached, and this information getting to his wife, and then him killing himself. And this documentary goes even into the messages he was writing to these women. Things like confirming, oh, you won, giving jobs to them. Bro, it's insane. I'm telling you, bro, this is the most insane story I've had.
There is a documentary?
Yes, by NTV. What I actually sent you was a whole video.
I remember the thing you sent me. It looked like a news piece.
No. It was a YouTube video. So it's a documentary called Murder Tips by NTV by a guy called Blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
So he details the story from the time the guy arrives in Kenya, gets into a relationship with his PA. The PA allegedly gets pregnant for him. Then the PA, knowing that he's married, blackmails him into paying her a sum of about 4.2 million. But the total amount was supposed to pay is 8.5 million. And then that friend introduces this guy to another friend within the organization, who again goes ahead to blackmail him again. It's Kyokoto after Kyokoto. And then now when these two women is introduced to beef against each other, the information leaks to his wife and he resorts to killing himself. That's the story.
I'm catching myself from asking the question I wanted to ask, because I have to reconcile the fact that I am so far gone to be a normal human being. But the question still remains. Which one of those is illegal? What is wrong with having a side chick? What is wrong with getting another woman pregnant where you have a wife? I mean, you see now, when I say them out, they don't come out right. Because the rest of us are still down here, struggling with hiding from the wife. Me, I am beyond worrying about wife and being scared of a wife. But I'm still compelled to ask the question. Yesterday, we saw Onyonka, a senator from Kisiland, parading tens of children, and the children mentioning whose mother they came from. What is wrong with that picture? What is wrong with the picture of Oparanya in a different occasion when he became a minister in his Thanksgiving ceremony in his home country, when he is parading women in order of seniority, calling the first woman first and saying she is the one who is going to speak on behalf of the other women. And then he parades the children from these women. I was accusing myself of having been gone too far, but we have Onyonka and we have Oparanya. They are living a comfortable life. We have our own president, President Ruto, who does not hide the fact that he has children with other women. He has been taken to public courts And he comes out and not deny the woman, but say, hey, mine is just one. This woman aende ajipange na hao wanaume wengine amezaa na wao. Wangu ni mmoja. That's a direct quote from the president. I know the Dwanzis are too young to remember this stuff. That girl, the board of contention, she's now an adult.
Yeah.
Why? How did men get squeezed into this package of fear and dread for the woman? Because I am old enough to have met my mother's mother, my mother's father, in very early 80s. And he was driving with 2 wives. And amongst his friends, he was the one with the least wives. Just two wives. For the entire of my life, I convinced myself that the reason he got a second wife is because the first wife only gave him 1 son. In my trip, not this one, the one for December, in my December trip, I was talking to my mom, and my mom said, no. Their older mother, because my mom is from the second wife, their older mother did not have 1 child. He had 1 son, but several daughters that got married off. So when we are growing up, we never met them because they were all gone. They had their own families. So that's not the reason my maternal grandfather married a second wife. It was not because this one did not give her enough children. My own grandmother, the second wife to my grandfather, gave my grandfather 9 of those children. So I am saying this to show you I have a timestamp of 1981, seeing my own grandfather with 2 wives. Now we are in 2026 and men are killing themselves because there is a rumor of a second wife. That's the only reason I'm giving that story. What happened here?
So let me give you one story.
I don't. Let me disrupt you one more time. I don't have 2 children with the same woman. Each one of those give me only 1 child. But continue.
So I actually think it's 2 things. So I think there's an influence of the Christian religion. That's the number 1 thing. And I also think there's an influence of lack of proper examples and also the information asymmetry. I remember when I asked you the question of why you do this, you told me one of it is to propagate this information to get to as many men as possible. And I think in the context of men of that age, especially men born in the 80s, there is, I don't know, there's this weakness that comes, I don't know, they just fear a lot about their reputation and having known to have side chicks. But let me go back to the story of African Christian religion. So I was having a conversation with my grandmother about 2 weeks ago. And she told me that there's one friend of hers, her friend is like 80, whose husband died, and the husband is like 90. So 20 years ago, this guy went to Nyeri town to collect the T-bonus. Then when he went to Nyeri town to collect the T-bonus, the guy got into the club and slept with the woman. Now, the funny part is the wife knew, and then the wife told him, for me to forgive you, you have to go to church, confess.
No way.
Actually,
no way.
And the guy did so. And the guy is like born 1940. That's like an Akia 40, like proper mass.
1940 is my mom's age. My mom is 86.
Yeah, and the guy went to church and confessed.
No way.
Back to this story, it almost aligns perfectly because these guys fear losing their women.
No way.
Bro, the craziest story I've had. I laughed.
Do you remember the clip that is circulating of our conversation with Kibe, Eric the captain, Sajid, and who was the fourth person? Yeah, we were four of us.
Remember that video?
Yes. And Kibe said that a man cannot redeem himself until and unless he redeem himself from the God of the woman.
Yes. He said you have to be a full rebel. He said you have to be a full rebel. I remember that statement.
Holy moly.
Now, that's the story. But
because and now I pick it on it and I said, because when a woman says she wants a God-fearing man, is because she wants the man to submit to that God. She has no intention of obeying, submitting, following, respecting, and honoring the man.
Exactly.
She has switched her own responsibilities and she has packaged it as something the husband needs to give to her God. Submit to my God, obey my God, honor my God, respect my God, follow my God. That's why an 86-year-old man, well, however age he was at the time, is being taken to church to confess his sins to the woman's God.
No. Let's just point out to that point. So one of the reasons why you've really criticized the African Christian religion as is because they focus more on the practice of Christianity than the values and the standards of behavior. Now, what the woman actually wants by you submitting and becoming God-fearing is so that she can change the rules of this African Christian God to suit her circumstances. So it's more or less follow my God, but I make the rules.
Follow my God, but I make the rules.
Yeah. Yes.
Holy moly.
This guy was just pushed to the wall. There was no coming back to it. There was no coming back, bro.
I'm still tempted to ask the same question. From the generation of my mother's father to now, what happened to us? Is religion that powerful? One moment, let me turn off the AC. It's making too much noise. Is the woman's God that powerful? Or is the woman who holds the power? Because as you just said now, follow my God, but I make the rules.
Yes. Yes. Now, African Christian religion is only one factor. But I also think, by and large, if you read Rollo Tomasi's books, there is this he calls the gynocentric female world order, where it's sort of death by a thousand cuts, where the man has progressively acquiesced to the unreasonable demands of women, to the extent where we now have this kind of dread for women, to lead up to suicide. I'd rather die than get shamed by my woman. I'd rather die literally. I'd rather die than get shamed by my woman. That's number one. And then the other thing is the way the world is structured now is so anti-male. For instance, and I'll give you just one simple example. Why is it that women say, if you're 30-year-old and you're going with a 22-year-old, or you're dating a 22-year-old, you actually a psychopath of
No. They use the word pedophile with your chest.
Exactly.
They use the word pedophile with your chest.
Exactly. So the question is, there is no one to inform young men, and I don't just mean inform them. I mean, show by example, like Onyonka, you can actually have many women and many children, and you don't have to be afraid about it. But who will tell men if people like ASKiQ do not exist?
I keep seeing pictures floating on X. There is this very famous movie star. I'm not going to remember his name. I think now he's in his 60s. And he's dating a woman who is 31 years old. He is getting the label of pedophile. I remember going in one of those posts and saying, what is he doing at 67 dating a 31-year-old man? No, it's not Jamie Foxx. It's a white guy. What is his name? He used to have very good movies. The woman is 31 or 32. I went there and I said, what is he doing dating a 31-year-old woman when he is 67? He should be dating a 24-year-old woman. I was just stirring the pot.
Is it Nicolas Cage?
No, it's that name is about to come to me. Sean something. His name is Sean. S-E-A-N.
Yeah, Sean Penn.
That one, yes. They are shaming him for dating a 32, a woman who is past the wall. So you said, follow my God, but I make the rules.
Yes.
The woman continues to make the rules and changing and shifting the goalpost. A man cannot win.
Yes, that's the point. That's the whole point. And on that 67-year-old analogy, they will never ever mention about Emmanuel Macron.
Aha.
That will never be mentioned, bro.
That one, there is nothing to see there.
There's nothing to see there. That's perfectly okay.
They will never mention our own homegrown, beautiful Betty Charlo.
Ah, yeah.
They will never mention that other woman with this retarded guy wearing glasses in the farmland. What is his name? A guardian angel.
Oh yeah. But you know, it's so serious because have you noticed that whenever these younger guys go to those older women, their careers instantly flatten? I do not know what kind of spiritual exchange there is there, but their careers just flatten for some reason.
You know my song, Always Date Younger Women.
Yes.
I finally put it on Spotify, so it's coming up tonight in public. It should answer that question, because what that song addresses, the opposite is also true in what now you are saying. Why do the careers stagnate when they go the other way?
Exactly. And even if you actually look at the video you posted about always dating women, and there is this lady you're handling, you know, at the airport. I presume that's a lady who sells perfumes at the airport, right? I think I've
she sells a gin. a gin, G-I-N, an alcoholic beverage that that is made out of the fruits, listen carefully, the fruits of the pine tree, the motarakwa. We call it pine, we call it cedar. What is the other name for motarakwa? You know that tree, right? The modivida tree, the motarakwa tree.
Yeah.
It has some little tiny berries.
Black fruits.
That company makes gin, G-I-N, from those little berries. The reason I know about it is because my client was the sole distributor of a tequila from Mexico called Lalo. And he held that enterprise for about 3 years and then sold that company to Tito's Vodka. Tito's Vodka is very popular. Tito's Vodka made in Austin. I saw it at Carrefour in Nairobi. He sold that distribution enterprise for $400 million. So he was telling me that there is this gin that is made out of Africa, but he doesn't know where it is from. And he sent me the link. And I looked it up, and it's in Nairobi. And they are using motarakwa. So when I was in Kenya, I looked for it. So that girl that is telling me that I am mean to women, but she cannot remember what is my meanness, she sells that gin. And she inscripted the name of my client on the bottle as the gift to my customer. Beautiful girl, though. Beautiful. If I had enough time in Kenya, she could be mother number 19.
Say no more. Say no more.
Say less, huh? Yeah, cypress and pine. There is a Leon here next door. So, Makulu, Kijana Makulu, you are right. That tree is called, that drink is from the Jupiter tree, the Jupiter berries. But the same tree, it has different species. And in Kikuyu, we call it Modivida and we call it Motarakwa. In English, I think it's called pine and it's also called cypress. But Kijana Maluku is correct. They specifically say that the berries are from the Jupiter tree. But now back to Nick, the guy who offed himself because of a woman. Bro, people from the future are going to be looking at this block of the generation because this nonsense eventually is going to go away. Just like the feminism and the Dwanzi retardation of the Gen Zs. It's all going to expire with time. Nature will take care of that. Humanity cannot continue with that level of weakness. So eventually something is going to happen, either internally or externally. I hope it's external, like war, so that we can kill enough weakness and rejuvenate from it. That's how past generations have solved weakness. It's not me subscribing war. It's not me subscribing genocide. It's not me subscribing revolutions. That's how history has reshaped itself. So, this madness will end at some point. The weakness of a married man will end at some point. This subgroup of Gen Zs that are Dwanzis, they are eventually going to off themselves off of the planet. I explained it the other day and I said, the good thing is they are not going to get married. So nature will take care of that. They are not going to multiply because they are going to be overburdened by their mothers to be their son husbands. My point here is eventually those two social evils and dysfunctions are going to end. So the future generation are going to be looking at this and they are going to be like, why? Is that not the same generation that came up with driverless cars? Is that not the same generation that came up with electric plug-in vehicles? Is that not the same generation that cured viral diseases? Is that not the same generation that put super ship in the ocean that can carry 300,000 containers? Is that not the same generation that laid out internet cables miles and miles under the ocean and connected planets with the engineers of Elon Musk? Is that not the same generation? What is this dysfunction happening here of weak men that are scared of women, of young men that have no desire for greatness, and they have resigned into dwarfism? How can you reconcile the two? Where do we move from here, Mr. Super Lawyer?
Man, do we go through that video? Is there a way we can just watch snippets of it? Bro, it gives me chills listening to it, bro.
I am overutilized on my phones because I gave away one of my phones, so I don't have an extra phone to play it, but we can do that in production.
Okay.
You can take us frame by frame, and then in production we can actually put those things here.
Okay, let me see if I can get that. Let me actually just put that video on, because I'm right in the office and I have my laptop in front of me. Make it to your sale for just $4.99 a month. Let's see.
And for the rest of us, can you hear this guy? Did we get to a point where we mention your name, Mister?
Sorry, go ahead.
Are we saying your name?
Yeah, no, not a problem.
Okay, are we calling you who? Nelson?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, listen to this. I don't know this. Can you hear? Comes to an abrupt end. Initially reported as a suspected suicide. And it's a question that continue to follow the circumstances of his final hours. In the days that follow, a different picture begins to emerge here in Kenya. Mother Tips has now learned that Nick's death may have involved intense personal and professional pressures, now under examination by investigators at the DCI. And now, for the first time on national television, we can go into the personal WhatsApp communication between Nick Imudia, his personal assistant, Diana Kaveza, and a female employee, Melody Amalemba, and assess how their demands and threats pushed their CEO death. It is this communication that continues to shape the questions that are surrounding what may have unfolded before Nick's death. And so tonight on Mother Tips, we are avoiding the temptation of beginning with answers. We start with the trail that was left behind and the difficult task of following it without assuming where it leads. This is Mother Tips, where the truth is buried in the evidence.
Are you using the same phone that you're speaking on?
No.
Okay, so you're able to pause. So what is the context of the two different women that are mentioned there?
Okay, so this guy is the CEO of a company, and he has a PA. The PA is called Diana Kaveza.
Is she a Kamba?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, she looks like a Kamba, and her name also sounds Kamba-ish. So this guy, so this guy this guy is having a relationship with her. Now, this lady, unbeknownst to the guy, this lady is recording their intimate moments. Like she has a camera somewhere in the room. You can make this stuff up, bro.
My very far gone self is asking what is wrong with that, and then I come back to normal life, and I'm like, okay, let me roll with it.
So she's threatening this guy to share the videos with the board, his board of directors, his shareholders, and his wife. All right? So that's woman number one. So when he's negotiating a settlement with woman number one is confiding with woman number two, right, about the situation that he has with the CEO.
Wait, you lost me. How did you introduce woman number two? Who is woman number two?
So woman number one is speaking with another colleague.
Now, woman number one is Kaveza, whatever her name is.
Yes. Then woman number two is called Amaremba. And Amaremba is also an employee of the company. And woman number one, Kaveza, is confiding, like girl talk, is confiding in girl talk to woman number two. Right? So, woman number two learns or has evidence, because they're chatting with woman number one, that this guy was having a relationship with woman number one, Kaveza. So she also gets to a point where she tells this dude, if you don't want me to tell your wife about your relationship with Diana, you need to also pay me some money. So he's being blackmailed.
Hey! Hey!
Bro, it's insane. Like, you can't make this stuff up, bro.
Wow. Manipulatable vulnerability.
Exactly.
Exploitable vulnerability. All two of them packaged together in a little nice, scary package to the married man.
Now, speaking of kill two birds with one stone. Yeah.
Single lad in double takeoff.
Yes. This is insanity. Anyway, maybe the video of course starts with him arriving in Kenya, and also a description of who he actually was. Like this is properly. This is a high achiever. You understand?
Yeah.
This is not like true. Yeah. So I think I'll just push the video to the point where this story actually starts of him getting.
I'm not paying for enough because I was working.
You muted yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was the last video.
Okay.
So do I continue playing to?
Yeah. Continue from where you left off.
Okay. So I've skipped a part of the video describing who he was. I mean, we all know he was a high achiever. So let's go straight up to minute 7:32.
Truly lie until his demise in June of 2024. Nicholas was a CEO at D.Lght. He was the group CEO of D.Lght. So Nick came to D.Lght sometime in 2022, I believe October or thereabouts. And he had been working as the CEO. So when Nick came to D.Lght, he, of course, as any other CEO, he had some entitlements. One of them was a personal secretary. So Nick was assigned a personal secretary, a lady who we've now come to know her as Diana Kaveza. And she was working for Nick as her personal assistant and his personal secretary. So, in the course of their working relationship, there appears to have developed a romantic relationship between the CEO, the late CEO, and Diana, the personal assistant. So the romantic relationship subsisted for quite some time. And I'm aware that even up to the time that Nick passed on, the romantic relationship was still subsisting. But based on the communications reviewed, there were repeated references to concerns over reputational exposure, including threats, as interpreted from the messages. That these threats related to the disclosure of private video content to third parties, including family members and professional stakeholders and executives at D.Lght, where Nick was the CEO.
So subiri kidogo. Again, I'm going to keep saying this so that I can come back to being a normal human being. Why should I be worried about my nudes? My nudes are not nudes. That is my body. You knowing how my body looks like without clothes on is a you problem. Why would it change anything? Me sleeping with a woman at work is not news to me. Somebody discovering that I sleep with women at work is their problem. They need to reconcile with that problem. Why would I be scared that they know what I already know and do? Again, I know that is not normal behavior. That's not normal brain. This is madness speaking. This is extreme logic. Why would what you do be news to you to a point it disrupts your pattern of life? Like somebody say, I have your nudes. What do you mean? I just came from the shower. I looked at myself in the mirror, putting on moisturizing lotion all over my body. What do you mean nudes? That is me. Those are nudes to you, not to me. You going to say that you can tell the people at work that you have my nudes? I can do something better. I'll go to the boardroom and take off my clothes and I show them nudes. Because it's news to them, not to me. You going to tell somebody that I sleep with a woman at work? Can we pull the curtains and we do it here? So you can see for yourself? Why are men getting scared of stuff? Because, one moment, Nelson, I'm asking the questions people will ask of us 100 years from now. Because this period in time is a weakness. People from the future are not going to understand it. The questions I'm asking are the questions they will be asking of this weakness. Somebody can blackmail you with your body without clothes? Again, slow down and think with me. How is that a thing? How is that a thing? Somebody can tell other people that I'm sleeping with this woman, but I have something better. We go there with those people you want to know that I sleep with those women, and I sleep with that woman in front of them. We solve that problem. Then we go heal cancer. Why is this a problem?
So, to play the devil's advocate, do you think that because of how corporate is structured, this guy has a real fear for losing his job?
Bro, we saw the woman from, what is the music concert? A CEO and
Coldplay.
huh?
Coldplay. I think it was Coldplay.
Coldplay. I mean, this is the same story from a different geographical location. You build your own company from scratch, and somebody can come through the door and scare you about losing your own company. Hey, bro, I am pitching myself to see if I am still dreaming, because that cannot happen. That cannot happen. Again, this weakness will go away, and people from 100 years from today are going to ask the same questions I'm asking you. How did that become a thing? The way corporate is structured, he is scared that he's going to lose his job because the people there are going to find out that I'm sleeping with that girl sitting next to them. Put the curtains and I show you how I do it, if you want to see. Then hakuna story ingine. Bro, me, I'm forever broken. None of this nonsense can make sense in my real life. None. But I have to pretend that I am one of us. And get, oh my goodness, his nudes. His nudes. What do you mean nudes? This is my body. They are nudes to you. You do whatever you want to do with them. I can parade my body better than you can parade it in a video. I am not kidding. Nobody can say anything about they have my nudes. I can take off the clothes to do it better than they can do. And we solve that problem. But I have to pretend I am scared of nudes. I'm scared of people at work knowing that I'm fucking one of the girls. Nope. Never.
I feel there's something you've not answered. How will this guy reconcile losing his job? I think there's a real fear there.
Because he has not come to the realization that that job needs him more than he needs it. You called him a high achiever earlier, twice.
Yeah.
Is he achieving because of the job, or is he achieving because he is an achiever? Nobody can take away the success formula in your fingertips. You can take it anywhere. Those kind of people can walk into any company. Remember when I think it was Sonko, I'm not sure. He was running for governor with a corporate guy, very, very super smart guy. Polycarp. Yes. At the time, Kibe called Polycarp the model employee. That's why I'm remembering that story. That guy can walk into any office and get a job because he is the talent. He can suspend his career and go do stupid politics. And then the next day we see him getting a job. Why was the conversation not, oh, we cannot hire you now because you bring the baggage of having run for politics? No, because the formula is here in the fingertips. Why would you be scared of getting fired from a job? How? You should be beyond a job. They need you more than you need them. Somebody will pick you up before you get out of that door. That's how good he is, just like Polycarp. But he doesn't know that, obviously, because he's a married man. Too compromised, too scared. Yeah. Bro, I have to pretend to be a normal human being to have this story continue.
Got it. We continue the story. It's about to get interesting now. Now we are approaching V1. Rotate. Let's continue.
So, in the course of this relationship, there are certain very disturbing events that took place. Diana Kaveza, the personal assistant, engaged in a very unusual and disturbing activity against the interest of our CEO, the late Nick.
Why is that? Why is that guy speaking in legal lingo against the interest of our client?
So exactly there.
What is? Let me get ahead of myself. What is this unusual behavior that he is describing? It's nothing unusual.
It's a nude recording.
What is wrong with nudes? Do you know how much women want to be naked? I am not talking about adult women. Look at toddlers. The moment a little girl learns how to walk, her greatest activity is taking off clothes. Whether she is 6 or 26, they have excuses to walk around naked with trade fashions. You cannot distinguish them when they are in the beach or on the streets because they want to showcase their body. The song I played earlier, where it alluded to, she has been convincing herself that she is entitled to more since she looked at herself in the mirror. That lingo there was when she discovered she is beautiful. She wants as fewer clothes as possible. If for not people I don't know are listening, I would have asked you, when we were in Mount Kenya, how dressed was the other gender? And now, the second question, how comfortable were they? That is the nature of the woman. The moment the mirror tells her, you have value in that body of yours, she wants to show more of it and less clothing on it. Why is the man being scared of the thing the woman glorifies? That was the point I was trying to make. Do you think if the guy who was having sex with the Kardashian, if he had embraced the leaked tape, he would have been forgotten the way he was forgotten? Because the Kardashian woman, whatever her name is, Mrs. Kanye West, that's where she got her value, from the tape, because she knew how to utilize nudes. Am I talking to a different generation that don't know the story of the Kardashian woman?
I got you.
Right?
I got you.
We don't know anything about that guy the day after the sex tape leaked. But everything Kim Kardashian is because of that tape. Everything. She used that tape to be who she is today. A list of which is selling skimpy clothes so that women can continue being nude in public. Wanaume bwana, come on. Kwa nini mnachezwa na hii game ni yenu? That guy should have capitalized on that tape. I don't know how big his dick is. I don't know if it was marketable. Come on.
You have told them, find me in the DM.
Do you want this?
Come to the DM.
He is forgotten forever. Kardashian is headed to be a billionaire.
Wow.
From that tape.
A tape, bro.
And the guy was the one on the top, I would imagine. But we forgot him. Did you see what I just did there?
Knowledge, bro. Knowledge.
Thank you so much, Trevor Noah, for that healthy mpesa. Na kushukuru sana.
Knowledge, bro.
Victor, son of Preston, is saying Kim Kardashian's mother is the one who personally leaked it. Why are men getting beat in the game where they are telling us that they are the one beating it? Nudes. Kim Kardashian is going to become a billionaire out of selling clothes that lets women experience nudeness in public. How do I know that? Spadix, the wife to Jesse Itzler, is a billionaire in her own rights because of the clothes she sells to women that allows them to experience nudeness in public. Jesse Itzler's wife, her company is called Spadix or something like that. And the man, the modern man, is still scared of nudeness. It can never be me. You will see my one pack walking on the main thoroughfares of Nairobi or wherever that place I'm supposed to be scared of is. I will go there and take off my clothes. We end that problem right there. And I'm not kidding. You will see my one pack. Yoshida Ishiapo. Nobody is going to compromise me because of my body. Because of my style in bed. We know, we have a video of how you do it. I know how I do it. Watch the video and learn a thing or two. Umbwa wewe. Scare me with a sex tape? Dunia gani? And this guy is not getting scared. We're talking about a guy who killed himself because there's a nude somewhere.
Oh, the story.
Hey!
V1 rotate.
Sema tena?
In V1, you know when that plane gets to...
The what's up? You know, I tell my girls, I'm not going to open a view once.
No.
Hey, why am I saying that?
When a plane is taking off, that place of V1 rotate.
Oh, bro, my mind was in the view one of the. Hey, I have given information that was not required. I do not do view once. Kana ni udizako umbo wewe. Ukugagatia.
Send the story na answer. There'll be many areas of commentary. Get enough.
Oh gosh. Somebody needs to stop George. It's too much. Send a woman to stop George. He's out of control.
This relationship, we realize that the evidence that we have points out that to the fact that D.Lght will be the one now tasked to managing Mr. X's schedule. And also she was also tasked with, because they, as I said, they will be meeting regularly for, as a couple. People are dating in a relationship. So Mr. Nick trusted her with finding out or scouting out places where they meet for their encounters. And Diana would do that occasionally, a number of times. So we know that the very many number of times that she did that, she took advantage of that. And she would clandestinely, without Nick's knowledge or explicit consent, record their intimate moments. So unbeknownst to Nick, this would happen for a long period of time.
What is the classical definition of blackmail?
Diana would, of course, use threaten to expose the CEO using this explicit content or explicit materials, the recordings. She would threaten to expose the material to the wife, to the late CEO wife. She would even sometimes threaten to expose this material to the board at D.Lght.
What if you could make a song using?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Somebody, subiri kidogo, wakili. Somebody is saying that this is Alan Karatu. It wasn't nudes. It was BDSM.
Even better, bro.
Are you able to go to my X account?
I should be.
Go to the most recent post, not the pinned one, the other one. It's maybe an hour's old.
Okay, let me go there. Okay.
Play
I can
it.
see Bubbles happy.
Play. No, the other one that says Sase has a price or something like that.
Would not allow them to hang off of the chandelier.
That one?
Play it one more time.
It's expensive. It is not worth it.
Note to self. Note to self. What I say is where they swing from the chandelier, but baby, that's a bill you'll have to pay. Don't let them
Is this what I think it is?
climb. Don't.
Bro, tafuteni mwingine wa kushuha na nyezake. Sio huyu. If you have time, go on my X and look for that very short video, probably 55 seconds. Maybe a little more because I doubled it. I am making fun of BDSM. Play it one more time.
Honestly, I never have thought of that. Let me just play it one more time. Honestly, I thought it's a construction site.
It's my bedroom.
This is note to self. Note to self. Do not allow them to hang off of the chandeliers. It is expensive. It is not worth it.
Note to self. Note to self. Baby, listen carefully to what I say. It's where they can swing from the chandelier, but baby, that's a bill you'll have to pay. Don't let them climb. Don't let them swing. Ceiling fans ain't part of the fling. It's expensive. It's a mess. But note to self. Just say no. They talk real big. They talk real loud. Trust me, they.
Got it.
What happened to men? What happened to men? Because Karato here, Alan Karato, is telling us, oh no, it was not nudes. It was BDSM. And we have allowed women to scare men for so long. We have actually evolved into that new nature that they want us to be, where we are manipulatable and we are vulnerable. and exploitable. Nope. That little clip, an hour ago, I took a video of a broken ceiling from the ceiling fan. Then I took another video of the Mexicans fixing it. And then I took another video after they have fixed it. Combined the three videos and insinuated that the ceiling was broken because a woman convinced me that they could hang off the chandelier. I did not know we are going to have this story, but I was normalizing the things that are getting you scared out there. I made a song to match with my voiceover of that little clip. And note to self, do not be convinced when they tell you that they can hang off of the chandelier. The idea of hanging off the chandelier came from the stories Kibe used to give. That these young women, they come to the house, they are bouncing off the walls, hanging off the chandeliers. That's where the idea came from. I was like, let's see what we can do with this video of a broken ceiling. Come on. Gentlemen, do what you have to do to get to a point where nobody can compromise you. Do that thing. Be that thing. Why is it important? We are here sitting talking about the alternative. That if you don't become that man that cannot be compromised, that cannot be exploited, that cannot be manipulated, the opposite of that, you are going to kill yourself because of precisely not having those things. That's why we are here. You want to think I am being extreme. I know the opposite of what could happen with my life if I allowed that weakness. I am speaking openly to you right now. I said that to somebody else. I can't remember where that conversation was. I think it was with Kingori. The very first time I spoke to Kingori, the first podcast. And I said that the kind of achievements that I have come across in my path of life has also made me very self-aware to be extra disciplined, because a tiny misstep would upend everything. And I am a perpetual target to these kind of things. This is where we are. Coldplay, that's where he was. This guy killing himself, that's where he was. You think I'm gonna walk blindly and let some bitch compromise everything I have worked for? No, I'm going to be this arrogant bitch. I'm going to be this monster that even when that thing crosses your mind, you think twice who you're trying to cross. That is my point. You do whatever you want to do with that information. Somebody is going to be buried 6 feet under. I guarantee you, in heaven and hell, it's not going to be this guy. Do what you have to do with that information. Go cancel me somewhere. Somebody is going 6 feet under. It's not going to be this guy. Never.
Like you remember in the movie, there's this famous series of a guy called White. I'm forgetting what the series is called. Of a guy who was a chemistry teacher, and then he became like a drug dealer. And then there's a place he tells his wife. The wife says, "You're in danger," and the guy says, "No, I am the danger."
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
Yes, and if someone is knocking, I am the guy knocking. Remember that?
What was the guy's name? What was the main character's name? Somebody remind us his name.
It's not Dr. White.
Yes, Mr. White. Walter White. Thank you so much, Mr. Canada. Bro, there is an episode where he blindly went to the laundry facility without knowing that that operation is being done. I'm trying to remember his name, but it's not coming to me. By the same guy who was pretending to be a manager in a hamburger place.
Oh yeah, that Mexican guy.
Yes. And mtafuta mwingine wa kuchezea na yeye. I guarantee you it's not going to be me. And there is nothing I'm going to change about the pattern of the life I choose to live because of these vulnerabilities out there of they could do. They could do, but they better think twice what I could also do. What the fuck? I mean, planet Earth just lost a super talented, big brain guy. Do you think if we had to vote between Nick and that Kaba bitch, the vote would have been to keep the status quo of who should die? Do I need to repeat what I just asked in another language so that you know I intend to ask that question? Come on. Come on. Now you understand. Between the governor of Migori and Sharon, who had to die? Do I need to ask to say what I just said in another language? Men do not climb all the way to the top of the food chain to eat vegetables. Take that with your African God. What kind of a fool would you be to be up there and then be scared by chokoras? Dunia gani? Dunia gani? Press play, my friend. Press play. What the fuck?
These messages were retrieved from Nick Imudia's personal computer. For some unknown reason, he shared his passwords with his brother Godfrey Imudia, who resides in the United States of America, minutes before he jumped to his death.
Okay, so following the death of my brother Nick, we luckily had possessions to his phones. And since we were curious to find out what happened, we found some WhatsApp messages between him and various people. And so that's what led us to this case being filed.
When they now discovered that Nick had an affair with a lady at D.Lght, who happens to be a personal assistant and secretary. Let's go straight into it. The moment Diana Kaveza became pregnant, the dynamic between her and Nick appeared to shift. What had once been framed as a workplace relationship began to unravel, with communication between them growing increasingly strained and confrontational. Murder tips now turns to a series of messages exchanged between Nick, Diana, and others connected to this story.
A married man is a weak man. That message will live forever. A married man is a weak man. He is manipulatable. He is exploitable because he has exposed his weakness. Jimna Baru. Jimna Baru. He is a billionaire in Kenya in all currencies of planet Earth. Hapana, haiwezi kuwa mimi. Jimna Baru aliokotwa by a 23-year-old girl that he had a child with, made arrangements not to include his name in the financial arrangement they had, to a point where instead of admitting the paternity of the boy, the son, he convinced, or the other way around, the lawyer convinced him that the lawyer take the responsibility of being the father of the child. Bro, I'm not telling you stories from America. Jimna Baru is a Kikuyu in Nairobi. A billionaire in all currencies of the planet. 23-year-old girl gets a baby with him. They have financial arrangements of the baby support. Instead of him saying, this is my son, and I'm bringing him to the fold, no. He goes and make arrangement with a lawyer. Let's say the baby is yours, and you are the ones who is going to be sending money in your name to the baby mama. The judge in me is asking, why? 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 That weakness cost him. Exploitable vulnerability. Manipulatable vulnerability. You need to go and watch those two videos. They are only 12 minutes long. Manipulatable vulnerability, exploitable vulnerability on my YouTube. He, Jimna Baru, created a situation that eventually upends him. Why? Why not say, the moment he's 6, 7, 8 years old, bring him over to mine. I'll raise him as my own. Why create this murkiness around you? You can buy the president of any country on this world, but you cannot buy common sense.
Weakness, though.
A married man is eternally a weak man. He cannot help it. Weakness and married come together. Because if you remove that there is a wife at home, there is nothing to see here. Amani mimi niko zangu. Kahawa imeshika. If you remove the fact that he's married, there is nothing to see. Come on. All right, let's go.
Had surfaced earlier. Our review suggests a more defined escalation beginning on November 12th, 2023 at 8:06 p.m. when Diana sent a message to Nick that would mark a turning point.
First of all,
if you really wanted to talk about this, you would have. This is just one of the many excuses you pull because you think I'm. Now, ASKiQ, just to highlight what's going on here, there's a message that was sent to him by this lady, and he, there's an actor who's reading out the message. Yeah? So this is a message from the lady to him. Stupid. Whether you look at you or not, it doesn't make any difference. Secondly, all these conversations are just about you. Your will, insurance, papers, your role, your marriage, etc. These things are the least of my concern. Are you aware that it doesn't take a child to lose all this? Your goal is to want the board or shareholders to trust you, but your child is where you draw the line. You're sending all this on WhatsApp and you're sending as you want. Do you know I am documenting this for your child and not for me? If you were honest with yourself, do you think you're someone to be trusted? Good morning. One moment.
Don't have too much conversation with a woman. Because the moment she reads you, then she discovers where your weaknesses are. That video and that clip, and you're going to replay it again after I said what I'm saying. That woman knew where the weakness of the guy was. His dreams, his aspirations, his hopes, his fears, his plans for his job, what keeps him awake at night. He was so worried about how he looks, his status in front of the board members. It's okay to do, but don't share that with a woman. Your fears, your worries, your concerns in the ears of a woman is a weapon. Play that tape again after I said what I just said. That little clip that is acted by a woman voice. Oh, shareholders, yes, not the board. Shareholders.
Papers, your role, your marriage, etc. These things are the least of my concern. I'm aware that it doesn't take a child to lose all this. Your goal is to want the board of shareholders to trust you, but your child is where you draw the line. You're sending all this on WhatsApp and you're sending as you want. Do you know I am documenting this for your child and not for me? If you were honest with yourself, do you think you're someone to be trusted? Good morning. I understand.
Again, in passing, you see what she just said there? Mm-hmm. You are sending them in view once. Do you think you're somebody who is going to be trusted? If a woman is sending me nudes in view once, does she think I can trust her? But continue. Well, that was just a by the way.
It has not been easy on my end, since it's not something that I planned. I'm not worried about losing my job, but instead, family is what matters. You have to comment on this.
There you go. Did I not just say it?
Let me play that again. But instead, family is what matters.
Yes.
The only thing now. Do I play it again?
Exploitable vulnerability.
But family is what matters. The only thing I'm protecting is my family. Since I already betrayed them, my job is of no relevance. And that will come and go. What exactly do you want from me? Financial support or what?
Go on my X, right? Look for a video that is a requote from the same story of Nick. I am sitting right here with poor lighting. You will notice the difference. The lights are very poor. And the context is we were talking about Marion Taipei and that idiot in America called whatever Mapendo or Pande. That was the context at the time. I was talking to what is the name of this low young man? Go look for that tape. Just play just 20 seconds of it.
I am not going to be vulnerable.
because of a weakness you perceive I have. I'll get rid of that thing that you think brings weakness to me. I'll cut it off of me before it becomes a manipulable or exploitable vulnerability on my part. Those are the only two mistakes that I did. There is no crime that was committed. None whatsoever. There is no court in any country or territory that will find a crime on the part of the guy. Because of the environment in which those things happened. The moment he brought up the name of the wife, married man, vulnerable, married man, weak, married man, a coward, then they categorized on that. If you remove the aspect that he is married and he's scared of his wife, then there is nothing there. Nothing. That is his exploitable vulnerability. Oh, listen to two videos. Exploitable vulnerability and manipulatable vulnerability on my YouTube. It's going to make a lot of sense.
If you didn't know the context of that video, you would think that video is a reaction of what we are talking about right now. The message never changes. Facts are very stubborn. The moment he said, "Oh, I'm not worried about shareholders. I'm not worried. Oh, I am a family man." Ha ha! Manipulatable vulnerability. That is your weakness. He exposed himself. How can you be that successful and not have information? I know, Sijishuku, because that question sounds like I was asking you personally. Nimekudunga?
You digress. You digress. You digress.
Nimekudunga?
Vibaya sana.
How, bro? How? And we know he was not handed the success. He worked for it. Which step did you miss on the way up?
Just a question like you on that. So there's a video I was watching a while back, I think like 3 or so months ago, and someone had asked Rolo Tomasi a question. He had said, there's this school of thought that you should unafaa kutafuta pesa, sort of you should be in a phase where you're really locked in and you're really looking for success, and in that kind of environment you should not date. And Rolo said the problem with that school of thought is that you will end up to be a big vulnerable fish, and I think alludes to what the problem could be here, because this guy is clueless as to female nature.
Which is why I was telling Kingori that self-actualization has to come with a unique level of discipline. Ruthlessness. Not to others, to yourself. To yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get caught toward left, right, center, just like a small boy. What is the use of having all that and getting dragged into the same squares with a commoner? The insult is intended. Hapana. Not going to happen. Continue, my friend.
And Diana were not in good talking terms. Another CEO who needed to be in constant communication with his personal assistant and secretary. This is your brain. Okay. Nick had come up with a plan to change Diana's role from a personal assistant to human resource support, given that Diana herself has a background in human resource management. But Diana was not hearing any of it. I would like Belinda to hold on for me while on maternity leave, which is only 3 months away. I'll send an official email on that as well, if it's fine with you. Diana, I think this is a good idea, but I want to go further. Please send an email today unfailingly saying that you will humbly request a change of department because of the complications with your pregnancy, and also requesting the option of working from home to manage all the risks starting next week. But we'll come to the office when you can. Following a meeting held on
Man,
Monday,
my friend, I feel like throwing up. I cannot start that weakness anymore.
Bro, it's not even started, bro. Not.
I am glad I never listened to that tape you sent me. I'm hearing everything now for the first time. I'm about to throw up, bro. How? Somebody is saying, this is Victor, son of Preston. I just found out that his wife was white. And do you know a guy named Johnston Kamau? His other name is Jomo Kenyatta. He had a white wife. When that wife became a Kinyoriro, he shipped him out. And not just that. He convinced all those high-level politicians, national leaders, that also had white wives to do the same thing. You think I'm making this shit up? Go ask Ebo Motua to give you that story in his own Ebo Motua way of giving stories. John Gikonyo. What was his other name? John Gikonyo Kiano. The first Kenyan to have a doctorate degree. John Gikonyo Kiano, John Kiano Gikonyo, whatever that name was. Dr. Gikonyo Kiano. He also had a white wife. The guy from Kangema, way before there was Michuki, way before there was Kamodho. John Gikonyo. He was in the same group of those high-profile national leaders that had white wives. When Jomo Kenyatta's white wife became a menace, he brought all those guys who had gotten white wives and say, hey, we need to get rid of this menace. It's going to eat us alive. There is an Uhuru Kenyatta somewhere in London. He works for BBC, son of Jomo Kenyatta. Barack Hussein Obama, Senior. He did the same thing with his white wife. Not Obama's father, not Obama's mother. No, a different white woman that lived with him in Karen. I just discovered it was a white wife. So what? So what? Ship them out. You think the one I shipped out, I would not have shipped out if she was not white? Ask the white one what happened to her after the other one was shipped out. We. Tafuta mwingine wa kuchezea na yeye, sio mimi.
And Diana agreed to enter into a non-disclosure agreement.
Wait. So you alluded to NDA. Is this now when they're introducing it? When this woman is manipulating him to change jobs before she goes for her maternity leave? Is this when the NDA is being brought in? Because you told us at the very beginning that his lawyer came to you asking you what are the Kenyan laws when somebody breaks an NDA.
Yes, this is that NDA.
The NDA is happening now. 6-month pregnant period.
Yes. So let's play. You listen.
Nick indicated he did not intend to take responsibility for the pregnancy and was prepared to leave Diana to make her own decision regarding it.
Nick, I can't protect you more than I have. I'm hoping we can come to an agreement before April. I don't mind raising this child alone, but I also don't want to rule out the possibility of you being present for it. I've really worked so hard to be the person I am today. Please don't take me out of my character. I'm not happy that you are the father of this child, but it's a reality I will face. It's disturbing to know you make sexual advances to many women at work, and what's worse is that I'm the only one who got pregnant.
Stop it. Senator Onyonka, he lined up his children so that the children can tell us who their respective mothers are, because he has multiple women. You will know where I'm going with this in 20 seconds. The children introduce themselves as the children of their mothers, and the father is the senator. 10 days ago, one of those women was butt hurt because the IBC woman came out and said she is also a wife to the senator, the woman who had ran out to America when the elections were going sideways. She had deserted her IBC role, snuck out of the country, came to America to seek safety and refuge. That story, some of you don't know about it. Same woman. She went to New York when things went south during the elections. When our current president became president, it was safe for her to come back to Kenya. But she had skipped the country. That same woman, I'm not giving a different story. Now, much later, we are discovering that she is one of the lineup of the women of this senator. Now, this other woman here with a younger child is but hurt that the IBC lady came out to say that she is also a wife of a guy who has other women. She is but hurt. When I listened to the tape about the funeral, the children lining up and saying they are mothers, at the very end of the tape, there is an insinuation that this woman was not there. I am not sure of it. She came out and called the senator deadbeat dad, the label she is handed by feminists. Now, listen carefully to the choice of words of this woman. I don't care you not being in the life of this child. I also cannot stop entertaining the thought that you are in the child's life. I don't care raising the child by myself, but I also know that you entertain other women besides me. That is this woman here that is calling the senator deadbeat. Same language from the same energy. Play that tape one more time, Dr. Wakili.
I'm not happy that you are the father of this child, but it's a reality I will face. It's disturbing to know you make sexual advances to many women at work, and what's worse is that I'm the only one who got pregnant. I kept a record of how this started, proving that it wasn't consensual. The fact that you asked me to delete everything is the very reason I kept everything.
You have to comment on that. Consensual.
Now she's insinuating that it was rape. I mean, what is the opposite? It was not consensual. Do we need to go somewhere else and look for another term? I see people on YouTube calling it grape. Stop what you're doing and cancel me right now. Because she knows nobody's going to hold her to account. She can say anything. And then she's going to turn around and say, I was in my emotions. That's not what I meant. I was hurting. I was saying everything to get back at this guy. Go back and play the tape and reconcile in your head that what we had until this point reconciles with what she just said right now, that it was not consensual. But she knows she cannot be accountable. She knows women get that free card. She can say anything. Again, stop what you're doing. Cancel me right now. Usikoje kesho. What the fuck?
I don't think you understand the gravity of this situation, but I'm getting tired of this.
Let's meet and talk tomorrow, Sunday, Monday.
Weakness.
To be in a public place.
Aha!
I will share
She
the
has
video.
already turned him into a monster. It has to be in a public place. I have to bring my friend to meet you. One or two people are going to understand what I am insinuating when I just said that. I asked somebody to watch the video, to watch this live. She knows what I'm saying when I said, can I bring my friend? It will make me comfortable to be with you. That person is turning into a monster. It has to be in a public place. Bro, me, I have given myself permission to speak the way I speak. And I'm doing you a favor by speaking the way I speak. Because now you are free to speak the way you speak. You don't have to speak like me. Because this is taken. So now you are free to speak the way you speak. Because I already taken speaking the way I speak. You see? You have always been conditioned like, huyu anaongeaga aje. Anaongeaga venye anataka. Unataka niongee venye sitaki. Unataka niongee kama baba yako. Lakini huabii baba yako aongee kama mimi. Kwa nini unataka mimi niongee kama anko yako? Na mimi sio wenu? Amujawahi rationalize that conversation? Because it's never meant to point out the way you talk. It's meant to suppress you from talking. I know that. I am the ultimate maker of the label called arrogance. So I try to explain it in very simple language. I speak the way I speak so that I can give you the freedom to speak the way you speak. And I'll never ask you, kwa nini wewe unaongeaga hivyo? So now don't ask me why I speak like this. Don't ask me to speak like your father. Just ask your father to continue speaking like your father. Don't worry about me not speaking like your uncle. Just make sure your uncle never speak like me. Tumerejanwo. So those shaming things are never, ever, 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 ever going to work with me. So when somebody say, and I'm talking to the young people now, a girl says, can I bring my friend to meet you because it's going to make me comfortable? They are making you a monster. They are turning you into a monster. That relationship should end right there. When she is saying, I have to meet you in public, but the guy is already offering it. So he's going to swing with whichever condition she puts, nuance of it. It has to be in public. Ama ni mimi nimesikia zangu.
You're right, spot on.
Come on.
It's even more interesting. Listen to this. Listen to this.
4 hours notice.
Together, I need 4 hours notice. Then this is a response.
That sounds like your problem. If you won't show up, that's fine too.
Send location.
I don't trust you. This is location then.
As the pressure.
Nope. 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 And let me fast forward to the end. At the end of this conversation, I'm going to ask the young men, given a choice, do you want to be like Nick or do you want to be like me? Now, we're going to get there. Because me, I am a monster. Me, I am arrogant. I am all these bad things. But at the end of this conversation, I'm going to ask you that question. Do you want to be like me or do you want to be dead like Nick? Let's play.
Okay. Nick appeared increasingly overwhelmed. Mother James has no direct account of what transpired during that Sunday meeting. But in the messages that follow, his tone shifts markedly, suggesting a man in distress, at moments speaking with a sense of hopelessness and finality.
How old was this guy, my friend? How old was he?
Anna,
He should have been in his mid-40s.
No way.
Sure. I think so. Let me just try and see if I can get him.
How did he float through life like that?
Yeah, he was 45 years old, but it turned out.
45. I got a Okotwad a good one when I was 45. That's what was going on in my mind. I got a Okotwad a good one. But it was not this bad. Another girl can do better.
Let's go.
seems to interpret this differently. At one point, responding in a way that suggests she did not believe that Nick was serious about his emotional turmoil, even encouraging him to die as she prayed for his soul.
Hi, hope you're okay. Just wanted to let you know that I had an appointment with my doctor today and I'm expecting a son. Unfortunately, only you can give him a surname according to our culture. All I want is for you to be part of his life in whichever way that feels right for you. I know the importance of having a dad based on the absence of having one.
Kaifafa.
I both.
That woman should be a Kikuyu. That shaming language is taught in Kikuyu neighborhoods around Kikuyu land.
Now, let's play the last part of the message.
And I really don't want my kid to miss out on that. I wasn't happy with your choice of words on Sunday, but I'm hoping things will get better. Meanwhile, our family lawyer is working through the details and will let you know once everything is okay. My whole life, I wanted only one child, and I don't mind giving my all to it. The only thing I need from you is to take our child to a good school and just care for him, even in little ways. Doesn't have to be much. The rest I will handle.
Congratulations. Why did you say it was non-consensual? I have made a mistake that I'll pay for. But I can't afford to hurt my family and D.Lght when they hear I raped my assistant, as you put it, which is a big lie. But you've won. And if something happens to me, you should know I did everything out of goodwill. I am waiting for your lawyers and how unreasonable your demands are before I decide my fate.
No. Go back to before he brings up the scenario about rape.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Why did you say it was non-consensual? I have made a mistake that I'll pay for. But I can't afford to hurt my family and D.Lght when they hear I raped my assistant, as you put it, which is a big lie. But
So one moment. When he opens his mouth, he is admitting. When he brings up his family, he calls it a lie. So which one is which?
No, he's saying, why did you say it was non-consensual?
Oh, those are the first words.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So one more time, please.
Say that again.
One more time.
Okay.
afford to hurt my family and congratulations. Why did you say it was non-consensual? I have made a mistake that I'll pay for. But I can't afford to hurt my family and D.Lght when they hear I raped my assistant, as you put it, which is a big lie. But you've won. And if something happens to me, you should know I did everything out of goodwill. I am waiting for your lawyers and how unreasonable your demands are before I decide my fate. I am waiting.
Non-consensual doesn't mean rape. You of all people should know this.
Congratulations. You're born. I'm ready for my consequences. Good night.
Why do you hate your own child like this? You should have just said you don't want anything to do with it. How can you call educating your own child unreasonable demands? There's nothing you have done out of goodwill. I've tried, so whatever happens, happens. And if our demands are unreasonable, then no need to present them to you. Fate will decide.
It's okay, Diana. I'll take the consequence. I have no reason to leave if my family, kids, and D.Lght will hate me. You have not made any demand. If they are reasonable, I give it. It's okay. I will say my goodbye. Maybe you say it's a bluff, but nothing to live for.
I cannot afford to engage with your mindset. There is absolutely no need to present anything to you. May your soul rest in peace in advance. We will have people decide for us. So me and you end here.
But as you will see, Nick and Diana won't end there. On January 20th, 2024, Diana writes,
My resignation or transfer is dependent upon the agreement. But I want to politely warn you, every time you're bringing work issues into this, you're provoking me. Please have a sit down with my lawyer as soon as you can. This is the last month I am stressed because of you. If you want me to share video evidence of us, let me know. Kindly don't bully me.
Now, I'll to that agreement shortly. But just before that, Diana sent Nick the video in question. An action that, based on our review, appears intended to exert pressure on the CEO on how serious the leakage of these videos and other content was. As the questions mount, we take a short break. When we return, we ask, can a man who is no longer here still find justice?
A break is certainly needed, man.
There's something Kibe said in 2022. I remember it's yesterday. He was talking to a guy that had called in one of his YouTube lives. And the guy was articulating the turmoil in his marriage to a point where he said that he was fighting with the wife. And Kibe's response was, if you find yourself fighting with a woman, if you find yourself arguing with a woman, you have already lost. You are a loser, he would say. Why is this man having so many words? Why are you going back and forth with a woman who is acting out of emotions? Did you see how casually she changed rape definition when she introduced non-consensual? Did you see how casually she walked away from it? Did I not say earlier, she's introducing rape because she knows nobody's going to hold her to account? Right there, it showed up. She took away the card of responsibility herself. Why are you talking to a woman? Again, at the end of this, I'll give you a choice to choose between a dead Nick and an arrogant George. Why are you arguing with a woman? Why are you having too many words with a woman? Amani Ulize, the last question. Where is Nick now? As insensitive as I wanted to sound. Because you think you are going to win arguing with a woman. How did that work for Nick? Mimi sio wenu. Mimi naongeaga hivi, ndio baba yako aongee kama baba yako. I mean, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
That's the funniest statement about this year, bro. Where's Nick?
Somebody is going to be buried 6 feet under, and it is not going to be George NjauNGANGA. That one I know, it's recorded in the books of heaven and in the books of hell. I guarantee you.
Suggesting to Nick that he should be transferred to a better job and get a hefty pay instead of her current pay and scale. This involves the expectation that another colleague who worked in that role should leave and pave way for Diana.
I can transfer.
One moment. Again, I have not listened to this tape. I am listening to everything in the moment it's coming through. Remember the offer from Secretary to Human Resource. Dial back a little bit. Remember her saying that he is talking to other women. Now fast forward to whatever we are going to hear. It doesn't matter. She wants a position that gives him the power to eliminate women from the workplace so that this guy cannot talk to women at work the way she talked to her at work. The only way she can do that is when she has the power of human resource. I am making all these up until you hit play.
Business partner instead of human resource account in Kenya. I think the guy there was on a 1-year contract before I left. It should have expired. Soon is. The pay can be 200K instead of 115K. I'll be fine with this.
Now, seriously looking at it, the women are...
No, Joe, just let me read out that entire message, because this part that was not read by the voiceover. So she says, I can transfer as human resource business partner instead of human resource accountant Kenya. I think there was a guy there on a 1-year contract before I left. I think she's saying I left for maternity leave. It should have expired or soon is. The pay can be 200K instead of 115K. I will be fine with this. And then she says, either that or I still remain where I am, which is not a problem to me at all. Quitting is not an option, never will. If it's 50-50 parental responsibility, then you don't expect me to support this child without a job.
Where?
You get that same language, bro?
Where? Human resource partner, not human resource accounting. She wants meat in her bones. She wants wielding powers.
Yes.
The amount of, what is the word? The amount of completeness a woman's come with. Jomo Kenyatta was occurred by a 16-year-old Margaret Kenyatta, mother to Uhuru Kenyatta, 16 years old. Don't go look it up. Don't go look it up. Margaret Kenyatta at 16, she had everything she ever needed for the rest of her life on how to handle a future president of Kenya. At 16. She is 96 now. The level of completeness a woman comes with from the age of 14. I'm going with 14 because it's the legal age for consensual sex in Japan and Israel, the land of your African God. 14. The level of completeness a woman comes with from the age of 14. To navigate life, there is no seminar, there is no women's university, there are no women books she needs to read. She does not have to belong to any woman's group to know how to navigate life. At 14, she is fully equipped on how to handle men. You hear now that back and forth, that bargaining, that push and pull. She came with it. We guys, we catch up. Some of us, me, victim number one, we learn it very late in life. Very late in life. We are playing catch up every single week moment of our life. At 14, she is fully equipped. She has everything she will ever need for the next 80 years. You as a man, every day is a learning curve. Trial and error. And the error part has the risk factor of the planet eating your life. The system is set up for you to fail. The system never equips you. Nature never equips you with the tools that you need to navigate life. Nonetheless, it's unforgiving. You don't know, and if you do something because you don't know, we eat your life. A woman come fully equipped with everything she ever need. We are lenient to her. Do you think there's anything that's going to happen to this woman because she pushed this guy to kill himself? Nothing. The alliance of the victimhood, they are going to come together and say, we need to take care of this woman because now she has a child. Or did she abort? Did she abort or did she give birth?
I think she gave birth. Based on the story, she gave birth. I think so.
We are a country that amplify victimhood. We are going to come together and feel woye for her. We are going to forget everything she is saying, everything she has done, everything that has been done because of what she is saying and threatening to do. We love victimhood as a country. The things she is saying, she never need to learn them from anywhere. Bro, I talk to a lot of young women. That is one thing that fascinates me about women. How much equipped they are. How much equipped they are to navigate life. It amazes me every single time. Every single time. And I talk to them with a lot of curiosity. Because I want to go back in time and say, a Margaret Kenyatta at 16 or courted a 63-year-old guy.
D.Lght into something of a joke. By March 25th, 2024, the lawyers were already drafting a non-disclosure agreement between Diana Kaveza and Nick Imudia. The figures were far apart. Diana was seeking 21 million Kenya shillings, while Nick indicated he could not go beyond 5 million Kenya shillings. In his exchanges, he begins to frame the situation as financially driven, suggesting that he believed the pressure he was facing was ultimately about money. Good evening, Nick. Just received the above letter from Diana's lawyer. You are right. They're up in arms over the sum of 50 million as damages. They also request for the first payment to be made by 5th April 2024. Do let me know your thoughts on this. Thanks. Please respond. That 5th is not possible because the 8.5 million is equivalent to almost a year of his salary after taxes. So I need time to raise the money. I am okay for it to be between 10-15 days after signatures. That range gives time and flexibility. On the 50 million, tell them that the reason is that we have the evidence to that fact that he has threatened to tell my wife after settlement one way or the other. So there has to be recourse. Frame it as you see fit. And we need to know what they are proposing because no point in paying and it still comes out. You decide how best to respond to them. They can smell the money, so they will be fast to respond. At this point, it's important that we pause and piece the sequence together.
One moment. Let us also pause. I am looking for a comment and I can't find it. It was a guy who had said that extortion never ends. Something close to that. I can't find it. This is probably an hour ago. I cannot find that comment. But a guy had alluded to the same fact. There is no making a deal with somebody who wants to extort you. It never ends. And I'm very sure now that's what we are going to hear. you can offer 5 million instead of 21, and she's still going to come back for something different. We saw Shannon Sheshe, that ex-American football guy with a very successful podcast, selling an alcoholic drink. He was extorted in the same exact manner. You give in to blackmail, it will never stop. That's why America has a policy. We never negotiate with terrorists. We never pay ransoms. Because it will never end. You cannot satisfy somebody who has tasted the blood of blackmail. The man-eaters lions of Tsavo. This is a story from 1895, when they were constructing the railway line from Mombasa to Nairobi. And the British had brought in Indian laborers and engineers to build the railway because they had trained them in India when they had occupied India for 77 years. So they had trained engineers on how to work on railways. And the reason they brought them to Kenya is because Kenyans were nothing but scavengers, running around naked, brainless. The Kenyans of 1895 are the same Kenyans in pipeline in 2026. Go look at my post on X. I think it's labeled something like full brain capacity. It's an insult, intended insult. You think I'm getting lost, but I'll still go back to the story of the man-eater Stavo. I just need to squeeze in that brainlessness of the black man of the savannah. The living arrangements that are in pipeline is because the black man does not have it in him to create anything better than what you see in the pipeline. He would want to, but he's incapable. You are asking a black man to be that which he is incapable of being, which is why I was telling Kingori, Kenya should be run by expatriates. Black brain power is at full capacity when the resorts look like pipeline. Go do whatever you want to do with that insult. But also add, let me be better than that. That is the whole intention of the insult. But you can call me Ankorukas all you want. It's not going to change anything. You are not going to be better because you called me Ankorukas. You're still going to look like pipeline. So the British guy, I told you I'm going to go back to it. He knew these scavengers don't have the brain power to build the railway. And he had experimented with the Indians who had a different kind of mindset and different kind of brain for 77 years. And he figured out these guys can keep their language. These guys can keep their culture. These guys can keep their God. These guys can keep their language. These guys can keep their accent and still catch modern technology of medicine, biochemistry, infrastructure, and structure designs. So he brought them to Kenya. You still think I'm lost? No, I'm not lost. 1895, when they were constructing the railway, the Indians, laborers and engineers. In Tsavo, where now it's Tsavo National Park, there was no park. The lions were roaming free. The lions would snatch an Indian laborer and drag them in the forest and eat them alive. The moment those lions tasted human blood, human flesh, there was no turning back. They were like, Allah, this one has more flavor than an antelope. That's where the story of the man-eaters of Tsavo comes from. So the white guy had to kill those lions. There were 2 of them. Those lions are sitting in a museum in Chicago. The moment those lions tasted human blood, human flesh, they wanted more. The moment you give in to somebody in blackmail, it will not stop. The only way to stop the man-eaters of Tsavo is to shoot them between the ears. Endelea.
Is pregnant, presumably for Nick Imudia, the CEO, and in possession of materials from their relationship, including photos and videos of whatever kind. What emerges from the communications is that some of this material is shared with her friend, Melody Mideva Amalemba, a D.Lght employee.
ASKiQ, that's
Yes.
woman number 2. That's woman number 2. Just announcing the arrival of woman number 2.
So one more time, now that we are paying attention about the introduction of the woman number 2, replay that, maybe 30 seconds.
Is shared with her friend, Melody Mideva Amalemba, a D.Lght employee based in Kakamega, who then begins acting Nick, at times presenting herself as someone who could help her manage the situation that he was going through with Diana.
Okay, that guy said help her, but he actually meant help him.
Yes. So this lady is presenting herself as, I can help you talk to Diana.
Manage the situation that is going on between Nick and
Yes.
Diana Mukamba.
Yes.
Mukambas were just cheering. Go ahead.
Responsibility for the pregnancy, the parties moved toward a non-disclosure agreement, agreeing to cease direct communication and channel everything through their lawyers. Diana, through Barton, is seen with advocates, and Nick, through advocate Linda Aluvale. Notably, this legal link is said to have been facilitated by Melody. As time progressed, what had initially appeared...
Did you catch that? ASKiQ.
One more time.
So this lady, this lawyer is introduced to, okay, so the second woman introduces Nick to this lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what's going on? So this lawyer is already compromised.
The lawyer is doing the bidding of both women, but Nick is clueless. Did I catch that right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That began to take on a more direct tone. On the 18th of March 2024, Diana sent Nick a message that, in its wording and timing, marked a clear escalation in their exchanges.
If I don't hear from your lawyer before 20th, we will do things my way.
Wait. She is referring to the same lawyer.
No, I think in that context, she's saying her lawyer reached out to Nick, or Nick's lawyer, and they had not responded to her demands. So I think she's saying, if I don't hear back from my lawyer, then maybe we'll do things my way.
But my point is, she is saying that to push him into going along with the introduction of this new lawyer who is a double agent.
Somewhat, yeah.
Agreed on 8.5 million Kenya shillings and signed the non-disclosure agreement.
How much?
On April
8.5 million.
8.5
million.
Hey, goja kidogo. Hiyo ni pesa ngapi? Goja kidogo. Goja kidogo. Let me see how much that is.
Like 60 something K.
66K.
Yeah.
There are people in America who make that in a whole year.
Yes, bro.
Actually, probably 75% of Americans make that and less. Read to me this one, bro. No, it cannot be true. Somebody in Kenya has figured out a formula that enables him to be that successful to a point he is discussing between 21K and 5K and settling for 8.5K in Kenyan currency, in Kenyan economy. He has made that money, 66,000 US dollars. Something like 70% of Americans make the whole year before they pay taxes and live a very meager life. And he cannot afford common sense. No. Nope. Kwani mnataka kurogwa ikuwe kitu gani ingine kama hiyo sio kurogwa? You people are still waiting for the Kisis to be flying with brooms, slaughtering white and black chicken mid-air, saying gaki, gaki, gaki. No. You have a formula that has created enough money that you are willing to give 66,000 US dollars to extortion. Now, the next sentence is the reason you're going to cancel me. Kwani, how much is a hitman? Asking for myself. You see, you don't care that a man is dead. But the idea that a woman could be dead, that's where you draw the line. I did that intentionally. I want to expose your selective outrage and hypocrisy. It makes perfect sense to walk away from a guy who killed himself because of this scenario. But if we transposition the same case with Migori governor, then all of a sudden now you are like, hey, wait a minute. Why does somebody have to die in this case? Now go cancel me someplace. I dare ask.
T24. On What stands out for me is the pace and structure and legal advice of the settlement. Despite being framed as support for a child not yet born, the payment schedule was compressed into an unusually short window. The first installment of the amount was due within 14 days of signing. A further 2.1 million Kenya shillings was scheduled for payment around May 31st, with the remaining balance to follow shortly after. In effect, the entire 8.5 million was to be paid between April 19 and June 30th, 2024, a period of just over 2 months.
This paper looks ready to submit, but it's not. There are around 12 things wrong with it, and my reviewer is going to find.
By now you may be wondering what.
Actually, I pause there because I have actually a theory. And my theory is this is not his kid.
These things have been rushed before the baby is born.
Yes.
You know, I was preparing a zinger of a guy I know. Who was in a position to make 400,000 shillings a month and has a successful chicken business. I have visited the chicken business myself, and he was still worried about. You see what I did there? You see what I did there?
You get best. But you get the point. This is not his kid.
Not in this life. Never.
This is not his kid.
Holy moly. Do the people preparing this documentary, do they know that, or are they just chancing because they can catch it? Are they going to tell us that they know that?
No. They will not say it. They will not say that this is his kid or not, but that's my own theory. My theory is she's rushing these payments because she knows this is not his kid. That's my view. I may be wrong, but odds are this is not his kid.
And the guy is so scared and so squeezed that he cannot even ask for a DNA test. You know they can do a DNA test when the woman is still pregnant, right?
Yes, I do. It is possible.
No, it's not just possible. I have done it. Jesus Christ.
Purity, melody, Redeemer played, and why she too is drawn into allegations of blackmail and extortion, at least from the perspective they're examining here on Murder Tapes. From the material reviewed, Melody initially appears to position herself as an intermediary, someone who could help Nick navigate Diana's demands and threats. In return, she sought professional consideration. A statement recorded with the Directorate of Criminal Investigations suggests she had been earning under 50,000 following a retrenchment and temporary reassignment. Nick, in turn, indicated he would explore opportunities for her either in Kenya or Uganda.
Things are going well for her, despite her not deserving everything she's getting. For me, having been there all that time, trying to convince her to protect your image, all that, and just a simple job when I know you are capable of doing something is not urgent at all. I remember there's a time you wanted Diana to change role, and you said you will only call us to find a role on something she can do, right?
Now you said it. I'm not helping you, and I'm not helping you fast enough. Wow. What have I gotten myself into in Kenya? Good night.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'm wanting to know, One thing to know, this guy is a Nigerian. In case you had missed it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, can we go back in time and we exchange places and I take his position and show him how I would have played it? I mean, hiyo kesi ingekuwa imeisha asubuhi. How? What is missing? Jesus Christ. This woman came through the front door offering to help navigate the mess.
Yes.
And now she is like, by the way, wow. You know, keep saying, when you have the mark of the beast on your forehead, every woman can see it.
Exactly.
Every woman can see it. There's a Kenodia, there's a Kenodia, there's a Kenodia, there's a Kenodia. Look at Ganovia, Terence Creative. Did you see how easy it was for him to be acquitted by a masseuse? I mean, he is in court, the court of law in Kenya, right now, fighting allegations of rape. Because he walks around with the mark of the beast on his forehead. The 19-year-old girl that he had sought solace from when his hippo bitch was beating him up, she used that interaction to run for political office. 19. 19. She knew exactly what to do with that publicity. Ganovia is still fighting ghosts of his Ganodianness today in a court of law in Nairobi, accused of raping a masseuse in one of those dingy Kirimani massage places. You will think I'm making this shit up. Every woman, 19 or 29, can see the mark of the beast in Ganovia. That weakness, that disgusting weakness of a married man. That woman now is bargaining her own share from her meager 50K.
Now, we go to how much she's asking for. Just hold on.
But after the settlement with Diana was concluded, the dynamic appears to shift. Melody begins to express dissatisfaction and in subsequent exchanges raises allegations of sexual harassment while also indicating a desire to enter into her own non-disclosure agreement with Nicki.
Hey! Hapana, bro. Dunia shuka, dunia simama nishuke. Dunia simama nishuke. No fucking way.
I told you, bro. No, it's just hold on. Just wait a minute.
They in the information she held about his interactions with Diana. The figure of 3 million Kenya shillings is referenced in those communications.
She wants 3 million.
$22,000 US.
Yes, sir.
Si shetani afanye ile kitu, akusanye wana wake kadhaa, awapee hiyo assignment, awatume kwangu. I want to see that game play out. I will pay a premium to see that game play out. Probably in an out-of-body experience, because I also want to be the character. If you see what I mean.
Oh. Just wait, listen to this.
Melody, I just got home and I've reviewed your message. I cannot pay you 3 million because I don't know what I'm paying for and unclear what the demand is for. I remain grateful and I have agreed to appreciate you for your support. If the goal is to destroy me, there's nothing I can do about it. And unfortunately, I will accept my fate. I accepted you as a friend, and if this is what it will cost me, it is okay too. I did nothing wrong, but support you when you needed me. Be reasonable, and maybe we can conclude. But if not, let me know, and I'll just prepare for the worst. God knows I'm tired.
You know, I'm thinking of something to say to disrupt the tape. The guy just said he does not know what to do. I cannot pay you 3 million. I don't know what I'm paying for. There is an express FBI hotline for people to seek help when they are being blackmailed. Forget about the police, the regular police. The FBI love cases of blackmail. There is a dedicated hotline for blackmail. How can a guy with that formula not know what to do when he's been blackmailed? What is missing? How can you reconcile all that growth with cluelessness? I have people in very high places in the DCI. They handle cases of very high profile blackmail. Detectives love cases of blackmail, not because of the problem it solves, but because of how ready that case is. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, it's the evidence is out there already. Come on.
It gets more interesting. Let's keep going.
Settlement of 700,000 instead of the 3 million. Subsequent communications indicate that the allegation of sexual harassment raised by Melody was later withdrawn. Just before she could be paid, Nick succumbed to the demons in his head and mind and the pressure that was being exerted on him back in Kenya. He wasn't going to come back.
Diana has decided to pull a fight with me, not even you, but it's okay. I only asked her to stop spreading rumors which are not true. At this point, I feel so frustrated and tired. I know you feel worse than I do. Good day.
Wait. So eventually, the Kamba woman learns about this Kakamega woman.
Yes. This Kakamega woman is a friend to Diana, the first woman, the Kamba woman. You know? So this Kakamega woman was introduced herself to Nick as a friend of Diana and someone who could help Nick navigate through Diana's requests and demands, or in other words, make them more reasonable.
But we still ask the same question. Diana learned that the woman was also trying to get a piece of the cake from this Imudia.
Yes. 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 And that's where things become nasty. As it will play just now, just hold of a phone call between her and Nick's Finnish wife.
I never recorded the first part of it, and this is what your wife said. Diana sent me an email that you and Nick are having an affair. From the conversation, she doesn't know anything about the baby.
There was silence from that side because Nick was long dead. A day before, on the 24th of June, before Nick took his life, Diana forwarded a message from a name said to belong to Melody. That message read,
"Stop spreading lies and unfounded malicious accusations. You blackmailed him and was paid for it. What more do you want? Give him a break, because you already caused enough damages. He knows I can't blackmail him. Careful, you don't break the rules in that agreement. Good life ahead."
Diana then tells Nick that he has broken the terms they had agreed on and warns that she will inform Nick's wife about both the relationship and the pregnancy.
Stop. Is this now the moment Nick's lawyer comes to you to ask you how you handle cases of broken NDAs?
Yes.
Is that now the context of that instance?
Yes. So now what I think Nick did, by the time this was happening, Nick was not in Kenya. So I think he reached out to the lawyer he had in Nigeria, who's like one of my, big buddies there. Whenever I go to Nigeria, that's the guy I usually hang out with. So the guy calls me and asks me, if someone breaks an NDA in Kenya, how do you enforce? What are the next steps after that? So this is the context.
Diana breaks the NDA and informs the wife about the affair.
Exactly.
How much was she paid? 8.5?
No, it didn't say how much she was paid or whether he finished, the
Oh yeah, because there was an installment.
Yeah, so it's not clear how much was paid. And you see, even the lawyer calling me did not tell me the context of this blackmail. He just told me, if someone breaks an NDA, what do you do? But if I knew this was the context, then maybe my advice would be very different. You get it?
I want to ask you what you told him, but I wanted you to say it yourself.
Well, he didn't tell me the context of what, how it was, what was the context of who had broken what, and he also didn't tell me it was Nick or somebody else. But now later, when this story emerges, it's when I learn that this is that NDA he was talking about.
Holy moly.
But at that time, I'm just giving generic advice. But he didn't tell me it's a dude who's being blackmailed by two women.
And scared of his Finnish wife.
Exactly. I would have referred him to someone who can, get this job done.
Like Raymond Reddington?
I don't know who Raymond is.
Come on!
I don't know who that is.
Come on! You don't know Raymond Reddington?
No, I don't know that.
What is the name of that show? Come on, somebody tell me. What is the name of the show where Raymond Reddington is the main character? Blacklist. Thank you so much, Nation. You don't know Blacklist?
Man, I really watch movies.
Ooh-wee. He had a team of the cleaners led by a woman called Mr. Kaplan. There is no mistake in that sentence. The lead woman who was the cleaner, her name was Mr. Kaplan. Continue, my friend.
Wife today, you have broken the rules. Me and you have no NDA, given that Melody has the document. This is the end of you and me. I've been getting calls from work that have blackmailed you, and I demanded 8 million from you. Melody went ahead and told everyone, I want you, Nick. I want you.
For the first time, Nick's tone shifts. It is firm, it is controlled, and unmistakably authoritative. In his response, he pushes back. I try not to reply to you and your mom, but this is my only reply, and I recommend we go through lawyers in the future if there is conflict. I never broke our terms or agreement, and I will never do so. Melody was or is your friend that came to me showing me all the information you kept with her. All the information she has came from you, and I understand you might have done it before NDA. So I am cool with it, and for now, I don't entertain rumors and don't respond. Only thing I did with Melody is to protect you and me by ensuring all the information you shared with her is protected. That is now done, and I don't respond to rumors. For the record, I have only met Melody once, 15 minutes, and in public. I just want all the game to stop.
Open Claw. Discovery, exposure.
According to subsequent messages between Nick and his advocate, that threat was carried out with indications that the information was shared directly to Nick's wife. If Dan and Melody does not stop, they would have won. She told my wife already. She has still not responded to my texts, but my daughter just said Mommy is saying they are moving back to Europe.
It could be because of the current demonstrations in the country. It's certainly suspicious that she has gone silent, but I'm trying to get confirmation from her advocate if she has reached out to your wife.
Well, it's over for me. They have won. I'm sure she has.
Please, let's confirm first. We will take action if she has breached the NDA.
That's the context.
One moment. If you're here and you have not liked this video, like the video. If you're here and you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel, unless you want to cancel me. So those are your options. Me, I don't have a better language to ask you to subscribe to the channel. You're either canceling me or you're subscribing. Otherwise, what are you doing here? What was the context?
So the lawyer tells him, please, let's confirm first. We will take action if she has breached the NDA.
And this is the main character that is saying that.
No, this is the lawyer. This is a conversation between Nick and his lawyer, his Kenyan lawyer.
The lawyer is a woman.
Yes. You understand? So she says, please, let's confirm first. We will take action if she has breached the NDA. So I think this guy sought second opinion, which is how I come to know what's going on. But let's continue.
I know my wife of 20 years. Thanks for your efforts. Lessons learned. And please fight for me after. Ostensibly, after his death, and it is that fight that the family now accuses the DCI and interested parties of conspiring to block. From the exchanges that follow, it becomes clear that the pressure he was facing may have not been limited to Diana alone. there are indications that both Diana and her mother were demanding that Nick finalizes a financial settlement, despite the child not yet being born and paternity not having been established. And then, in what appears to be his final message to Diana, Nick writes, "You won." It is a brief line, but one that suggests resignation. A man stepping away from a battle he no longer wishes to fight. What happens next is a matter of record. Nick Imudia would later fall from his apartment, bringing his life to an end. Moments later, Diana responds, her message coming after that final line. "Just take your madness somewhere else. Me and you have nothing to talk about." And in a tragic twist, she would be right. Because from that moment on, there would be nothing left to say. On the day he died, Nick Imudia was still in contact with his advocate Linda Alvale, possibly among the last people that he spoke to. In those final hours, the pressure appears unrelenting. Messages reviewed pointing to simultaneous demands and confrontations. Diana continuing to send hostile messages. Melody raising a separate financial claim, and Diana's mother also engaging Nick. For a man who believed he had already settled the matter, it was a convergence of pressures, intense, overlapping, and by all indications overwhelming. You cannot really say that this was a mother looking out to the best interest of her daughter, because how then do you as a mother try to occasion actual bodily harm insults through text messages or otherwise to a person that you want to ensure that he is able to take care of your daughter's unborn child.
Are you a low-skilled worker looking to immigrate to Canada? Look no further. This video will discuss...
Everyone agrees that there was blackmail in the case of Nick Imudia. And for you to understand it, the Merriam-Webster dictionary describes blackmail as...
So I will skip this blackmail thing. Mm-hmm. I think correct the investigation on this one.
How much is left? Because I think I have like 15 or 20 minutes to go.
It's 9 minutes left.
Okay.
Find anybody culpable of any offense, they should be able to proceed now to forward the inquiry file to the DPP for charging of the key persons of interest, regardless of whether of the fact that now Nick is deceased. In the face of extensive material, digital communications, recordings, and a formal complaint lodged by the family, the response from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations has remained largely opaque. Nearly 2 years on, there has been no clear public accounting of investigative steps that the DCI has taken. There has been no visible progression toward prosecutorial advice and no indication of whether the evidence met any legal threshold. Murder Tips has been around long enough to know how these cases move and when they don't.
Government will respond, and hopefully they will as soon as possible.
I think the ideal thing that will happen is for the Kenya government to pick the documents that were submitted, investigate it, and give us a clear-cut outcome of the credible investigation. That's what we're looking forward to. from a criminal investigation standpoint, what determines the length of investigation depends on the complexity. That this is not completed within 1 year does not mean that they are not doing the job. But we need to know what they are doing. Because it has nothing to do with corruption, it has to do with the fact that it needs to be done in good faith. If they are working in good faith, like any other jurisdiction, they should be able to give us information about where they are and where they are heading to. That's what we need to know.
12 months is too long for something like this to be prosecuted.
Why are those people all of a sudden now becoming the expert in this? How could they not have created an environment where this guy felt free to seek advice from other men, from them, before he got this downward spiral of weakness and cowardice? Am I being too harsh?
That's true. These are the brothers talking, and I'm wondering why is it that they never helped him?
That's what I'm asking. What kind of environment was it that they were living in when he was alive that he never considered? What would my brother say? What would my male friend say? What would my lawyer say? That he was floating like a butterfly, aimlessly, not knowing what to do.
Exactly.
Maybe when I'm not sharing what I'm going through is because I believe in myself that I'm going to make the right decision that is going to keep me alive.
Exactly.
Not the one that's going to make me die.
Yeah.
Big difference. Yes, Mr. Canada here is right. Everyone saw him as somebody to use. Even these ones, they are not crying over the dead guy. They are crying of the missed financial help they were getting from him. Go to funerals and listen to the speeches people give about the dead. It's what they have lost from the death of the guy, not the guy they have lost. Now that you know that, go listen to funeral speeches. These people are recounting how much they have lost, how much they are no longer going to get from this dead guy, not the dead guy. When you hear people praising, oh, he used to be a very good uncle, he did this and this for us, he used to be a good friend, you would call him at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he would drive in pajamas to come rest. Go fuck yourself. You are missing what he came with, not him. The only person I can listen to in funerals are the children of the dead guy. That is their father. Tell us a story about your father. That's it. Everybody else, user. His siblings, users. His mother, user. His father, user. Don't go there telling us stories about how you're going to miss this guy and how helpful he was. Fucking user. Should be the one in the casket. Because you are a user. Should use you as a prop for the casket. I'm listening to these people and I'm disgusted. They are speaking with a Nigerian accent, so I know it's family members. Users. How isolated was this guy that we are sitting here observing of all the choices he missed along the way? It's because of these users. He couldn't confide with anybody because there was nobody. He was only good for what he gave them. Again, if I'm not telling anybody about my problems, it's because I believe in my heart of hearts that I can solve those problems to stay alive. The product needs to be to stay alive. In nature, they call it survival for the fittest. For a reason. Don't think I'm the one investing in these things. Tumalizie hiyo kitu. Mr. Wakili. Aya, we lost a good one. May you rest in peace.
Come on, bro. Get the hell out of here.
Haya.
Get the hell out of here.
Naenda tukiona.
Advocated for full-fledged investigation unimpeded. So the circle should be limited to what it should be limited to. I think using such blatant remarks doesn't help us because we are not slowing down.
Bro, I don't want to hear the victimhood. It's disgusting. Is there anybody else speaking?
Let me just forward and see. It's just 5 minutes left.
The discussions surrounding that potential payout have been ongoing. I expected Linda to interfere.
So anyway, the video just saying, they're just saying now from there. I think the guy, there's some family members who don't want to take it forward because of some along the line of an insurance payment and so that. I don't know how that relates to the entire story, but that's how the story ends. So basically, that's the entire story. I don't think there's anything else left.
Where is the wife's angle? You know this? Nowhere?
No, the wife doesn't even talk here in this entire thing.
What was the conclusion with the narrators, the guys who created this whole thing? What was the final 90 minutes?
No, they just said the end of season 4 murder tapes. I think season 3 murder tapes or something, and we're doing this because bad people exist. That's it. There was no conclusion. We don't know what happened to the ladies. We literally don't know anything after this. But ideally, that's the story.
Is this now where we ask for people to make a pick and choose?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to be a George or do you want to be a dead Nick? How much do you want to stay alive and how much do you want to die? Those are your choices. And this is the last one. I'm trying to phrase it in the most insulting way possible. I'm looking for the right words. Your takeaway, is it going to be, now I understand why we have a dead Sharon, or now we understand why we have a dead Nick? Which one is it? That thing you are saying, why are you comparing this with the other? Yes, I am comparing this with the other. That thing you are holding in your head, saying, are you insinuating? Yes, I am insinuating. Those words that you are trying to come up with to kill that conversation, I reject them. You have been so naturally conditioned to kill conversations that what I just said you are doing, you know for sure you were doing. you know for a fact you were doing it. I saw somebody here saying, I'll read it. Sababu mimi sio wenu. Victor, son of Preston. So, George, would you take the Obado route? You think he's looking for an answer? No. He's looking to censor the conversation. But even me saying that now gives you a reason to censor the conversation. We are so far gone. We cannot have real conversations. That is my point. Now, because of him, whoever that guy names is, Victor, son of Preston, and in spite of him, I still present you with a question. Do you now understand a dead Sharon, or do you now understand a dead Nick? Do you want me to say that in another language? So that I can remove the doubt that, did he actually ask that? Yes. Thank you so much, Wakili. I appreciate you.
Man, that was a blockbuster, bro. We should be doing this more regularly.
I am back now. I am here. Oh, bro, thank you so much for the wonderful time that we had in Mount Kenya. Holy moly. Do you remember one of those mornings at breakfast table?
Yeah.
And you had been presented with the price of the private tour at Olpajeta.
Yes.
And you were a little hesitant about the price.
Yeah.
And I preempted by saying, the experience we are going to have is going to override any price. And tomorrow, we are not going to remember the price. We are going to remember the experience.
Exactly.
Last night, I was with a young lady and I was sharing videos and pictures of Olpajeta with her. I don't know if that message is on this phone. She said, I am obsessed. I have to plan a trip with you.
Wow.
She wants to go to the same place. Let me block her name because she's very faceable. These losers can go look up her name and find her. I was sharing photos of the trip. Particularly, there's a photo of this one here. What is the name of this? What do they call him? This rhino? There's a Swahili name they have given him, right? And there goes my alarm. I need to go. What is Baraka? Is the name of the lion of yes.
Baraka.
Yes. And this video of, you will remember it, we are on top of the Jeep and one of the biggest elephants is approaching us slowly, pretending to be eating grass and then slowly approaching us. You remember that incident?
Yes.
I shared that video with her also. That's what caught her. I shared a video of that private residence that has been turned into a restaurant where we met Mutahi Kagwe, is his name?
Yes.
The Minister for Health?
Yes, Mutahi.
And Mount Kenya is right there in front of us. I shared that video with her also.
Mhm.
She was like, I am obsessed. I have to plan a trip with you to that particular place. Now, do you still remember how much we paid for that trip? No, you don't.
I can. It was excellent. Man, it was excellent, bro. We had a good time. Bro.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your kindness and your hospitality. There is no way in this world I would have come up with something like that. I would never have experienced Mount Kenya the way I experienced it. You knew it and you sold it to me, and it made a lot of sense.
Exactly.
And the people around us are going to carry those memories for decades.
Exactly. Say no more.
Say less. I digress. I realize that every time I want to dunga you, you say, you digress.
All the best, my boy.
Thank you so much, my friend. I see Life with Amos. He's saying subscribe. Yes. You know, I was talking to these super podcast guys, Kingori, the pilot, Ikonini, Kisiangani, and they told me, all of them separately, that the secret is to always remind people to subscribe to your channel. People, it's almost as if people overlook it, so you have always to remind them to subscribe to your channel. They love, that's why they are here. They love what you're doing, but that one never occurs to them, so you have to continually remind them to subscribe to the channel. The pilot has a segment where he always say, I post this video here to remind you guys you are here, you like what you are doing, we need your support. All we are asking for is for you to subscribe to the channel. He has that routine over and over, and it has been proven by people who are very good at what this thing is, that it works. So yes, thank you so much, Live with Amos, for reminding people to subscribe to the channel. I will come with a sweet way to do that. I'm still learning the language of the human skills. People also forget to buy insurance despite of being beneficial. That is very true also, especially in a country like Kenya where accidents are very prone. You know, I have discovered if you factor the population of the people, I'm talking about America, the people population, the speed at which we drive in America, and the sheer amount of vehicles on the road. If you look at the accidents in abstract, it's a lot of it. But if you compare them to Kenya, the population, the sheer amount of vehicles on the road in America compared to Kenya, and the speed at which Kenyans drive compared to America, there is so many accidents happening in Kenya, even though the speed is less, even though there are fewer vehicles in Kenya, even though there are fewer people driving in Kenya. So in abstract, America looks like there's too many accidents, and there are a lot of those. But comparatively, there's a lot of senseless deaths on the roads. There's a lot of accidents that should not happen on the roads in Kenya. So yeah, to your point, people also forget to buy insurance. Insurance is more needed in Kenya than it's in America. I, knock on wood, I have used insurance from accidents less times than I can count with my one hand. And I have tens of vehicles. You were telling me, Mr. Wakili, that somebody scratched your vehicle not too long ago?
Yeah, and the guy.
Yes. So yeah, that point is very valid about the insurance. So guys, subscribe to my channel, get the likes up. I don't know what the likes do, but they look good on the numbers. They are too few to justify the amount of people that have come through today and the amount of the conversation that we have had with a good lawyer here. So let's do this another time. I need to be out of the house by 3 o'clock. And thank you for your time, Mr. Wakili. And I hope these continue looking good for you. Have you left the country since I left Kenya?
No. The next place I'm going to is Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll ensure I get some time to go to the Great Victoria Falls.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll send you photos, you'll see.
Do you take a woman with you, or do you pick one when you go there? I'm setting you up. I'm setting you up for trouble, my friend.
You know me best.
I'm setting you up for trouble.
You know me best. Know me best, bro. Africa it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for 3 3/4 hours of your attention. Let's do this another time.
Okay, bye, man. See you, bro.
Nasukuru sana. Thank you. I was going to ask you at the very beginning, are you okay with me playing your music?
Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
All right. This is the song I made for the good lawyer here. He will have to exit so that I can utilize the speaker. Asante sana, mister. We talk on the other channel.
Bye, man.
All right. Here is the song. On my way out.
Young man asked me, why you do this, man? Why you got this product? My only young man with the information, so they can grow the rules of engagement.
For those who are new to what is about to happen here, this is a real story. You can go on my YouTube and look up for a black and white video, 27 minutes of it, that says, "Gentlemen, pay attention," or something like that. It's a very short video. It's black and white. You type "gentlemen," the rest is going to show up. There is also a second video, follow-up video, that is titled, "I almost wedded my obnoxious, narcissistic girlfriend." Those two videos are about that gentleman that just left. This song captures that story painfully.
Young man asked me, why you do this, man? Why you got this product? My only product is to equip young men with the information so they can grow the rules of engagement before they involve the other gender. Gentlemen, buckle up, don't ignore the signs. She came disrespectful, that's how it ends every time. Father pushing grandkids, mother-in-law in his ear. Wealthy family trapped, now the young man's living in fear. Rules of engagement, set them before you dive in. Listen to your gut, don't let family pull you in. Young man, 29, head of legal, 400K, chicken business booming. Side law firm every other day, late 23. She complains about the company service, he fixes it professional. Next thing he's on a date, nervous. December 27, one night, clothes on the floor, regret hits instant. That's the day he changed his whole war. She texts him crying, you didn't ask me proper, that's disrespect. Guilt trip hits hard, he apologizes, makes it official. No regrets, yeah. She sends rude emails about his work while they dating. Apologizes later, I lost my temper, I'm changing. February birthday takes her home, meets his folks. Dad gets intimidated, sees a Ben, starts to choke. Son, she's smart, from the right family. She'll give you good kids. Young man feels the pressure, all his childhood wounds. Flip the switch, she's older, narcissistic. Snooping through his phone, deletes his messages, controls him, won't leave him alone. Father's on a mission, marry her, she's the one. Forget your master's plan. Grandchildren on his mind, status in his hand. Mother-in-law playing perfect, wins mom over quick. Now the parents team up, young man's the enemy, that's sick. She puts medicine in his water when he's sick and fast, and he confronts her dad. Says women talk a lot, that's nothing. Past abortion drops, body count stories don't add up. Dark secrets uncovered, but dad says let the past stay shut. Rushio done. 700K down the drain. She moves in, bands his clothes, checks his phone again. Tanzania opportunity, big career move from mines. No fathers block it, stay in Nairobi, Mary, stop wasting time. Young man feels trapped, suicidal thoughts in his head. Validation from dad was the drug that left him half dead. Joint property, joint car, now he's financially stuck. Watched a few IQ episodes, finally said it's over. I'm done, young man. You ignored the disrespect from day one. Started chaotic, that's how it always ends, son. Parents meant well, but they pushed you in the flame. Now you paying the price, trying to rebuild your name. Gentlemen, buckle up, set your rules before the game. Don't let money status or family call your name. Equip yourself first, information is the key. Before you involve the other gender, stay free. My only product is to equip young men with the rules of engagement.
My number of M-Pesa is 0741078693. It is pinned up there. It is pinned on TikTok. It's pinned on everywhere. And those that have sent me the M-Pesa, thank you so much. Eventually, I will give away that money. I think right now we are a little over 100K since January. I will find a way to give back that money into something useful that is connected with whatever we are doing here. But for now, keep that money coming. I don't touch it. I don't need it. I want to say I don't want it, but you're going to say I'm arrogant. But it's not your money. It's not my money. It's the product's money. So eventually we are going to find a way to put it back where it should do something better. I am catching my tongue because I may say something that is going to make you not send me the money. Asanteni sana, gentlemen. I appreciate you a lot. Let's do this another time. All right. What song did I prepare here? Aha. Wait. Let me play the song I made after my Kenyan trip on my way out. It's a very short song. I wanted to play something about wife or hunter, but we are going to hear that another time. This is the best time to just play the song I created after I came back to America. By the way, you need to watch that video. It's called Kenya Wrapped Me Up. It's on YouTube. The first time I spoke to the pilot, every other time with Eric, we were comparing how hectic it is to enter Kenya through JKIA. And I was telling him how easy it is to enter America on the way back. I captured that in this song. The video of it is on YouTube. Kenya Wrapped Me Up. Where I was explaining to Eric, probably I need to make a short video about it. They land us on top on a big airplane, and we are going up in the international arrival and go through the stairs, go through the escalator, and then you are now descending into the customs. And for a few of us, like me, we don't have to show passport. We don't have to speak to immigration. You just go to a kiosk. I have some special clearance with the FBI and the customs or whatever, the government. And you just start in a little computer thing for less than 3 seconds. Scans your eyes, you go pick up your bags, and you leave. You enter the country. I have captured that. I took a video of myself in front of that thing. You need to watch it. It takes less than 5 seconds to enter the US when you have that clearance. But the rest of the people are there, and it's also a very easy process. But I wanted to capture that as a voiceover of the experience compared to entering Kenya, which is our country. We should be the one having the express lanes, not the Wazungus, not the diplomats. Kenyans should be the ones getting that express entry into our country. So I caught that. I recorded myself standing in front of that special kiosk, and you barely even see it. By the time you see it, it's already scanned me. 3 seconds, and I'm in the country. Go watch it. So let me play that video on my way out. Kenya wrapped me up.
Touchdown, the arms open wide. Old Paget. Touchdown in Kenya, family arms open wide. Old Paget are roaring, wildlife by my side. Steak at Como, biryani at JW, so fine. T-road winding, golden light, all mine. Lunch with my daughter at Kempinski's, look, delicious meal, great company, joyous time, making memories. 19 floors up, sunset paints the sky, headlights streaming, a smile right by my side. Jumping with the my side, laughing water free, podcast flowing deep, Khalif sky high dreams, Dr. Kingori pushing, scratching past the surface, talking about money, discipline and purpose, friends, family, laughter, filling up the night. Kenya stole my heart, feels so right. Kenya, you got me feeling high. Golden sunsets, good food, friends by my side. Oh, baby, that como stay, laughter in the air. Kenya, I'll always have you there. Every road I go, every story that I heard, every laugh we shared, every single word. Now I carry Kenya deep inside my soul. No matter where I go, I'm never letting go. Now it's time to go home, back across the sea. America calling, but Kenya still in me. Carrying your sunshine, your warmth in my chest. Till the next time I land on your soil, I'll rest. Kenya, you got me feeling high. Golden sunsets, good food, friends by my side. Oh, that como stay, laughter in the air. Kenya, I'll always have you there. Every road I go, every story that I heard, every laugh we shared, every single word. Now I carry Kenya deep inside my soul. No matter where I go, I'm never letting go. Now it's time I'll rest. Now it's time to go home, back across the sea. America calling, but can you still in me? Carrying your sunshine, your warmth in my chest. Till the next time I land on your shore, I'll rest.